Hi. Welcome to Inkwell Society here on twitch.tv/D&D with Maze Arcana in the house, getting ready to play some Inkwell Society. I'm excited to see where you guys go tonight. Ooh, ooh. Uh-oh. It was like unsheathing a sword. You're just like, shing. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Show that guy off. That can be yours.
It says Satine.
Oh, that one can't be.
That one doesn't.
That one says Satine?
Fahinix.
Fahinix? That one says that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, Kyle's got it. Kyle's got the one that could be yours.
Bossy ends up with all the things. How's that happen?
But how? How could it be yours?
It could be yours if Kyle goes through the announcements.
So, we want you guys to know World Anvil is still a wonderful place to go and visit. You can go do all of your campaign stuff. You can learn all of your secrets by putting them into your notes and set up your timelines and make your maps so that everybody always can find what little bits they need for the story. Also, you can find them at worldanvil.com. The Rook and the Raven also has pretty good campaign stuff for you to write your notes into. Your little pockets to put little notes in as well. Find them at therookandtheraven.com. They're wonderful people, aren't they?
They're pretty
Yeah,
great.
they're pretty cool.
They're really great, actually.
Of course, as we were showing you, Wormwood has some cool things. You can go get those at wormwood.com. They make us all these kind of cool dice trays, and they make dice towers and they dice cases and things. And speaking of dice, we've got level up dice.
That's right.
All kinds of cool, shiny, special dice. You can get all your special sets if you order them. Look at these level up dices, all the levels. You can find them at usa.levelupdice.net. Unless you're not in the USA, in which case you can go to another one. There's also campaign coins. They're wonderful people who make little coins you can give out to your players instead of writing down numbers. They make all these little metal coins where you can do interesting things that have values like 10,000 coins in one coin, so you don't have to like give a stack of coins this big. That's too many coins. But you can get all kinds of campaign coins there, different metals and different characters on them and values, and I'm not sure what's going on over there. But Idle Champions is also a fun place you can get coins. You can go and open some chests and learn how to be all kinds of bad with your crew. It's free too, so it doesn't even cost any coins. Yeah. Might be able to get Vanya soon. Somebody's got some codes somewhere.
Keep gold chests all over the place.
Yeah. I'm not sure where those are, but sooner or later we'll probably give those away if you pay attention and you enter the raffles.
There's a really cute video
Yeah.
on Twitter where this gentleman had his daughter and he says, "Which one's your favorite?" "That one." "You like Blanya?" "Yeah." "You want to level her up?" "Mm-hmm. Go ahead." And she's,
Okay.
oh, it was so cute. She's wearing like a princess dress. Oh, my heart.
Yeah. So those you can get from Steam and on PlayStation Store and Xbox Store and play all the things and do all the stuff, because Idle Champions is a wonderful, fun game that you don't actually have to click on anything. You can just sit there and watch it. Like you're watching us. Of course, last week there was a new podcast dropped by Life Action Roleplay. Or was it this week?
Actually, we're recording another one, I think, tomorrow.
So next Wednesday,
Yeah.
you should be able to get a wonderful podcast talking about how to be characters and do stuff and LARP and a table and all that fun stuff.
It's really good. I listened to it.
Yeah?
It's awesome. Yeah. Highly recommend.
Did you learn some things?
I did.
Nice.
It's fun. The way they talk about some really useful things.
Yeah? How to
about
buy
LARPing.
into the story and how to help others at the same time you get to have fun and all that cool stuff.
Yep.
It's always a plus. Dungeon Master's Guide is on Sundays. That's coming up in a few days, but it's on break right now. And Sirens of the Realms is usually on Tuesdays, so you can catch them next Tuesday. They're not on break right now. You can Also, catch some of us on Amazon Prime Video. You should be seeing me on The Room Actors Where Are They Now, which is a mockumentary of me making fun of me making bad decisions.
I need to go watch that.
There's new choices coming soon. We'll let you know as soon as those episodes show up, and you can mock me too. Sig, you can catch on his Twitch stream.
Yeah, twitch.tv/SigNeutron. Also, I got a podcast, Sputron.
Sputron?
Yeah.
From all the pod sources.
Yep.
What do they get to watch you on your stream doing, like carving and
sculpting? Randy has a cooking show called Creature Eats, where we'll do a makeup beforehand, so you can see how we do the makeup, and then we do a show called Creature Eats, where she shows a recipe, and I play a character called DJ Hunchback, and he's real dumb and stupid.
And supposedly you said something about new fan art for DJ Hunchback showed up.
Yeah.
Wow. Speaking of fan art,
I love the segues. I get such a kick out of it. Like, you made so many good segues last night.
So, speaking of fan art, we've got a wonderful place for you to send your fan art for Inkwell Society. It's fan art at D&D fan art.
Wizards.com, and I get it.
She
I will
gets
get
all of
it. I'm gonna grab it. I'll look at it a lot. There's a lot of fan art in there.
If you get them in soon, you could win this super special prize. But we will choose the 4 best. And then after we get those 4 chosen, everybody gets to vote on which one wins.
So that'll be, the last day to turn them in is the 28th of January. Because our finale episode before we take a little hiatus ourselves will be on the 30th. So get it in by the 28th. That way we can all get a chance to take a look at ours and then throw it up on the tweeters so you guys can pick.
Because we're not going to have time to look at it before the show. So we got to get it ahead of time.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Other than that, Encounter Roleplays, all those cool shows will be back sometime. You've got all kinds of cool shows on D&D you can watch if you just keep paying attention to this channel. Make sure to subscribe. Anything else from anybody?
If you want to get some sweet Maze Arcana emojis, go over to Maze Arcana and subscribe.
The Twitch emotes?
Yeah.
You can get, oh, hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
You can get Kyle's oh hi. You can get me looking at Kyle like this,
You can get RPG going, ha, ha, ha.
laughing at that, and then you can get Satine squeeing at RPG, laughing at Rudy, side-eyeing Kyle, saying hi.
And
And
everybody's favorite,
the satchel!
Satchel.
Drink. I'll drink.
Drink. I believe that is all we have to announce right now. We will thank more people later at the end of the show. We thank you for tuning in early so you can see us goof off and play D&D.
Woo! We also, I forgot, or maybe I forgot to tell you, we will have a raffle for a Dungeons & Dragons Player's Handbook. So, if you or someone you know is in dire need of learning how to play this amazing game to better their own lives, now's the time. You need to be present to win. You can be anywhere inside orbit. You must be in the world. We cannot send it out to space.
Not yet.
Not yet. One day Amazon will deliver to space, I'm sure. Drones.
They're working on those rockets right now.
Yeah. So we will deliver to anywhere, and all you have to do is be here and chat, be present to win, and then make sure you get in touch with our mods, and they will hook it up. All right? Anything else? Cool. Did you say we already ran the intro?
We ran the intro.
Oh. I want to do That's a good enough intro for me.
Is that the theme song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I need some music that's giving me like the.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm good with this. Last time on Inkwell Society, our lowly heroes. Is that better? Our lowly heroes spent their afternoon trying to make their way over to Millie's, where they had just recently been contacted by the Boromar clan to help clean up the streets by taking Dream Lily away from competing distributors. Part of their reasoning was to ask you to curtail the bad Dream Lily, which we have dubbed Doom Lily, that has a greenish appearance when it is enacted in certain ways with certain other chemicals, or we'll call them alchemicals.
Reagents.
Some other reagents. And they specifically think that that's bad for business and are hoping that you can return any that you find to them for a nice little return. And then also for you to bring back any crates that you steal from Millie's, which they will also pay you for.
We prefer the term repurpose.
That you repurpose, and they will pay you for any of those. Additionally, as a fringe benefit, you will be helping to put out of business the Dream Lily dens that are operating outside of the Boromar clan's pretty regular enterprise at this point. The Boromar clan is a long-lived halfling criminal organization who participates in Sharn with a pretty broad base, and are not entirely without some of the officials of Sharn either turning a blind eye or encouraging what they do in order to help regulate the streets, because there are definitely never enough Sharn Watch around. We just can't afford to pay them all, and I think we can all commiserate with that being here in LA. So, maybe some people look at the Boromar as a little vigilante-esque in certain situations. As you made your way toward the diner of Millie's, yeah?
Are we headed to the diner right now?
No, I'm still narrating what happened last week.
Okay.
So, as you made your way towards, you ended up happening across a robbery in progress, as best you know. Nobody stopped and asked, nobody had conversations, but there are now some gutted goblins and halflings, and a chest of the blacksmith is now emptied, as well as the fire moat that is presently resting on the counter inside the forge in a Kyber shard. When we stopped, you had just started to vacate the forge, chasing after a goblin, the goblin that made away with the sizable amount in the chest, and you came around to the corner. Grizz started to try and sniff them out. He had a little bit of an issue. And I think Lausian was heading over there to help him, or did help him a little bit. And Rose and Felix were still very close to the shop. And the only thing that would be otherwise remarkable about the certain scenario we're in right now is that you all are wearing some form of mask to hide your identity from the population.
Bad guys.
Yes. So, before we settle back into that scene and I paint what that looks like, why don't we paint what your disguise look like? Starting with Felix. What is on your face? What is covering your face right now?
Felix has a hood kind of like this, up and over, and then a leather mask that kind of goes over the top and keeps the hood kind of held down in place so it doesn't fall back.
Okay.
But the hood hides his hair, and the leather mask kind of hides the majority of his features.
And your mouth is open, like it comes down.
A little bit, yeah. You can see a little bit of the bottom of the chin, but
Okay.
that's about it.
And what does this mask look like? Is it just a leather mask, or
It's
is it?
a leather mask with kind of scales and horns, looking somewhat reminiscent of perhaps a stylized dragon.
Okay. All right. Rose.
I'm not really sure how long it is yet, but I have straight brown hair.
Mhm.
And I have an origami mask.
Okay.
Oh, and I have normal clothes. I have a cloak.
A cloak. Okay, so you're not in your gown or anything like that.
No, that's ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous to go fight crime or commit crime in a gown.
Yes.
But
I only got a one.
you got the one. That's true. We established you only own one gown.
Yeah.
But you've got your cloak, and you actually have a full outfit that you got from when you were upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then it is black and brown leather.
Okay.
Yes.
And
But
then
I have a white origami mask.
and it's made out of
It's
newspaper.
a cream. Yes. It's a creamish,
Love
just
it.
a little beige.
Okay. You have a pulp, like an old pulp magazine that you've done origami in to like give you little eyes.
Yes, it's actually more of a face mask,
Okay.
but I am a human under it because I
Okay.
am disguised.
So and you use disguise self to get rid of the ears and to turn your hair brown.
Oui.
Is that on Darian?
Oui.
What do you look like?
It's basically like a burlap sack that's kind of like cinched at the corners, so it looks like little ears.
Uh huh.
And then it has like an X on one eye, and then it's like all haphazardly sewn together, and kind of like a big goofy smile on it.
How do you see out of it?
There's I think because it's like mesh, so the burlap is kind of see through a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
So your vision is lightly obscured.
So there's a hole in it for the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And as I recall, also it originally was fully intact here, but then when you shifted last week, you tore through it with your fangs when you bit the head off of a goblin,
So there's
and then used it as a puppet.
there's 3 holes in it, 2 eyes and sort of a torn up mouth hole.
Just dangling and drenched in blood.
Yep.
I'm going to award you advantage on the first intimidation check that you make if you do it within a certain time frame of somebody seeing you. Like, you can't go like 10 minutes where they're like looking at this and then do it. But
Okay.
if you roll up on somebody and you go boo, you're going to have advantage on that boo.
Anytime I have the mask on?
No, just right now
Just
because
when
that's
I'm up
fresh.
on it. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I need to keep it bloody then.
I don't feel like that's going to be something that you would even worry about doing. I feel like that's natural for you.
Okay.
What do you got there, big guy?
So
Big elf?
I've got the black face mask pulled over my head and face that the eye holes, but the rest of it's all like one solid piece of cloth that cinches back to a ponytail that I've turned my hair black. And on top of that, I wear this masked looking thing that appears to be painted ceramic of some kind because it's too expensive to buy gold masks.
I have a question.
Yes?
What happens if you get punched in the face if you have a ceramic mask?
Then they hurt their hand on the mask.
That's the face of the person who's worked with ceramics and art like her entire life.
Didn't say it was
It's
going to take a lot of shots.
It's a magic mask.
He's got mage armor up. It typically would cover your face. We'll see what happens. If he gets thumped by like a crit,
It's a fantasy.
yeah,
We'll see.
we'll
Yeah.
see.
Mostly they stab me in the arm.
True.
It is true.
But other than that, just since we were going to go case a place, it was, dark coat, shirt, slacks, dark clothes, that kind of thing.
Yeah. You guys were. These masks were impromptu.
These are not the final versions of these. Our final forms are coming.
True.
So, with that, the sun is now set across the western part of Sharn, and especially from your vantage in the lower Duras, You cannot make out how far below the horizon it may have been, but you do know that it is past the Dagger River and down into the depths of Droam. On the sidewalk here, there is still the scent from the forge and some sickly, almost necrotic remnants from a hex and some residual eldritch energy that has been torn from the atmosphere. Along with that, some choice words and quasi-poetry still linger in your minds, helping you to piece together the flurry of excitement that just happened inside the forge. As the forge owner and his wife survey the damage done and what resources they have left, all they can do is watch and be appreciative that the kyber crystal that they had been using to start their forge and to get it up to the appropriate heat to sell the brackets that they are famous for is there. Grizz stands at the far end of an intersection sniffing around. Lossian nearby. Rose and Felix back at the corner, standing right behind the shop. And let's play.
What are you up to?
We need something. Wait here 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna hop through the window into the forge again.
Okay, you hop back through the window.
I'm gonna keep a lookout.
Is there people around? Aroundish?
The forge.
Well, like where
Master.
we're currently standing.
It's in the afternoon. Like it's in the evening. So where you guys are right now is like a back alley.
Okay.
But there is the main thoroughfare is back kind of where the front of the forge is. So right here, not really. There's not a whole lot of people like watching you or anything like that.
Okay.
Think we should demask?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
already screwed them on up. So,
Back to normal.
And as the two of you demask and look at each other again, taking stock of everything, you recognize that there is just blood drenched all down the front of Grizz's shirt.
Yeah.
don't look suspicious.
Since you're not a coroner, yeah, you look kind of suspicious. Did you clean that up? That's not helping. Don't look at me. I can't clean you up.
As you rub your face, the hand that was inside the goblin, using it as a puppet, just smears more blood across you.
I'll see if I'll do a pocket check to see if there's some kind of dirty rag or something.
You have old newspaper, a half cloth napkin,
I will just do my best
and a couple of...
to get this off the face at least.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Oh, just remember one thing. If I put some people to sleep, you probably want to keep them to sleep because, you know, that's usually probably a good thing to not have them come out of a fight. You don't have to fight them then. We can ask them questions later, too. That'd be good.
But they're on the ground,
Right, that's
Yeah,
why they're not a
right.
threat.
and they're easy to step on.
Then either just kill them or leave them alone.
But have you ever stepped on someone before?
Yes.
That's not the answer I was expecting from you.
But if they're asleep, I probably did that for a reason.
Yeah, so I could step on them.
No.
Now, what other reason would you
probably-
put them to sleep for?
I put them to sleep so you didn't have to fight them until later.
Well, what's the fun in that?
You not dying,
But I'm not dead.
but you could die. Especially if you keep stepping on people I put to sleep.
I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one.
He says, angling a spear at you. For inventory's sake, you do have a spear that you picked up, so now you have a spear and a glass shank. Lossian, along with your longsword, you now have 2 daggers.
3 daggers.
Oh, but also I got an axe and a dagger.
Oh, you did get an axe. You got a hand axe.
And did you say 18 copper?
18 copper is exactly what I said.
Cool.
3 daggers, hand crossbow.
Where'd the hand crossbow go?
That was the one I picked up.
That was like
from,
a while ago.
Yeah,
I thought they sold that to Millie.
that was a different one.
Or
I
not
picked up-
Millie, but
That was the one we got
Teeny.
from the assassin, but I also picked one up from one of the guys who were lying outside the burning building.
Yeah.
yes, you did. Yep. Okay. I need those status reports too on your stuff.
They're there.
I also got one of the crossbows from back then.
That's right.
Mhm.
And you now also have a dagger
Yep.
that you've lifted from this. Rose is blessed with a weighty voice.
I got a vicious mockery voice.
You are quite good with the insults. All right, so you two are around the corner at the thing. You've hopped through the window.
Yep.
Where are you standing when he hops through the window?
I'm next to the window and I'm waiting. I'm looking. I'm keeping an eye out.
Okay.
I got my mask on.
Now that I'm inside, is the smith and his wife together, or what is going on?
They are, well, The staircase that is right there that leads up into the area, as you were stepping through the window, you could hear the floorboards creaking on the staircase, and there is the blacksmith is downstairs, but he is outside in the actual area of the forge, surveying, kind of like trying to figure out, from what you can tell, like he's just staring at the bodies. So you would guess that he's maybe trying to figure out what to do with the bodies.
Gotcha.
And he's also looking around to see if there's any Sharn watch.
Okay. Where is the shard? Is it still on the table, as you described, or?
It seems to be under the front, under the counter,
Okay,
tucked behind a little area.
great.
Still visible from your vantage back there, but definitely not visible from the opposite side.
Okay. Gonna walk up and pick that up.
Okay, so you just walk over behind the thing and
I mean, the blacksmith appears occupied right now.
Mhm.
Yes. I will walk over and pick up the shard. If I feel that it's, I mean, it doesn't look like it's burning the desk.
it's
or
not
anything
giving
like
off
that,
any
so.
real heat. It does feel like warm as maybe body temperature. Give me a stealth check.
A what check?
Stealth.
Absolutely.
And Rose, may I have a perception check at advantage because you let me know that you were keeping watch.
What is that?
Ho ho ho! That's something inside of a mask. Something I don't know. I gotta take it off, and I'm looking at it.
What'd you get?
Got
Threes?
a 5, 5 and a 1.
Woo! Okay. So yeah, there's something like the mask is like poking you here, so you're like going back through and
Peeks it,
yeah.
'cause, you know, it's my
20.
first time.
20.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're able to creep across the blacksmith shop, duck under there, keep an eye out, and you pick up the shard. What do you do with it?
Into my into the folds of my clothing, like into a pocket, somewhere
Into one
secure.
of the pockets in the
Yeah,
jacket.
somewhere the glow won't cast light.
Okay.
And then just leave, whichever I think is the more the least likely to bump into the
Probably back out the window you came.
done.
Okay, so you climb back out the window. You guys are now, like, you can see them having their conversation and taking off their masks.
Oh, it's great. And I like put mine away, and I kind of shuffle into my knee.
You let the disguised self fall. Okay.
As I walk away.
Away where? Like towards
Towards
them?
them.
Okay. I didn't know if you were like disappearing
Sorry.
into the
That should've
night.
been clear.
It's just all.
And Felix?
I'm following after them. If I can go back around the alley and find them in the alley at the end there, I'll rejoin them, kind of like lean in, make sure that no one's watching, and that's when I lose and meet up with everyone else.
Okay. So you guys are now standing at the intersection. You have unmasked yourselves.
Oh, that's nasty. We just cleaned you. We need to get out of here. Let's leave quickly.
We're going to Millie's?
Yes.
Should
Yes,
you go like
it's
that?
gross.
Let's travel a couple of alleys. Maybe we'll find a water bucket or something like that.
It's raining. You can just go stick his head in one of the water spouts.
We'll just tell everyone I'm a painter.
You don't smell like a painter.
No.
What does a painter smell like?
Like paint?
Not
Mhm.
you.
You
That
smell like
smells
blood
like
and
a-
gross.
And it
Guess that
smells like a
would make
charnel
sense.
house.
I'm just very angry because you wasted my nice soap, and now you smell like blood, and you're gonna get all wet and gonna smell like an animal.
No. If you
That was
didn't,
just me.
if you didn't waste soaps, you could probably do better and not get dirty. You know.
I don't like the way you're waggling that in my face.
Oh, you want it?
Well, yeah, but
Okay. Just
God, you have to share. You can't just give food to one person. Other people are hungry too.
Oh, you want some food?
speaking of which, are we gonna get some pie?
Yes, let's go get some pie.
Lalcine said he's gonna get his pie.
I didn't say that.
I remember.
I think I'll remember him saying that.
Are
yeah.
we walking while we're talking?
I would like to.
I would also like to.
Okay. You guys start walking towards the... You guys start walking in the direction of Millie's. And everybody can give me a perception check.
15.
Okay. What is that one?
17.
That looks like a 1.
It's not a 1 because there's the one elsewhere on
Seven.
the die.
It might be a 7. Yeah, I guess that one's a 1. So I guess that'll...
We lose stream?
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't know.
The 1 on
think
the
it's actually a
outfit. I don't know what you mean by that.
Most
But it is a 2. That is definitely a 2.
Gotcha.
Satine is correct.
most cool D20s have the one side and the other side equal 21.
Hi, we're back. And they were just leaving. So, you guys have reconvened and started walking towards Millie's. You just rolled me a perception check. Right now, the highest one I've heard is Satine at 15.
17.
Of course. So, Satine Rose and Laucian both catch the gleam of moonlight off of a coin in the center of the alleyway as you guys continue.
Oh, I just go for
Mage
it.
hand.
Gosh darn it.
So you run over there. You run over there to grab it, and then Mage Hand just swoops in and grabs it.
I don't care.
What coin is it?
It is a silver sovereign.
It's cheating.
Grizz, do you want to look and see if maybe that goblin dropped some money we could follow? I didn't
Can I
say
smell
sniff it. I said, let's see if he drops some money.
We have a job to
Gris,
do.
Gris sniffs everything.
Yeah.
Can we just do our job?
Does it smell like? Does it smell like a goblin?
Smells like money.
Yeah.
You can roll me survival if you want to.
Okay.
Oh god.
13.
Okay. You get the feeling that you know where you're headed, which is the same direction you were headed.
Yeah, it smells like money. Man.
I said look for money, not smell money.
Well, now he has the scent of money. He can find it anywhere, right?
You have money, he can find you.
I don't think it works that way.
Bold of you to assume I have money.
Oh, I'm glad you took your mask off.
Well, you're the boss.
Are you going to wash up?
Or did?
Are you gonna wash up again?
As you guys continue walking, about 30 minutes or so go by, and you guys are getting close to where you know Millie's to be, those of you that have been there. And you see another glint of moonlight, and you find another sovereign.
I go for it.
Look, there's a coin over there.
Thank you.
Mage hand.
You guys, come on.
I'm gonna float it to you.
Thank you,
Mhm.
Felix.
Did you want to learn that stuff?
I can? How do I learn that?
You study them. That's what I do.
That's pretty good.
I just find it naturally an ability I can do.
You do that a lot?
Yes.
Oh,
Can you
that's
guys do something for me really quick?
Uh-oh. What?
Can you like high five with your with your mage hand? Come on, just really quick.
I think you should slap him in the face.
I think that's worth sovereign.
I'm not gonna pay for it. I don't ask you to pay me to sing.
I can ask.
I'm gonna keep walking. This
You
is
guys
not a
know
conversation
fun.
I want to be a part of.
Yeah. Nobody's getting slapped. This is
I'll
fun.
put the mage hand up towards the back of Felix's head, just like hovering there until he high fives it.
It's gonna be there a while.
Okay, so
That's
you
fine.
guys continue moving. The hand just floats behind Felix as you guys continue. Make your way to Millie's. Which way are you approaching Millie's? You would know the front from the back. You would. You've been there.
I don't think I've been there.
You still don't know the front and the back of the Old Dominion. And Rose has not been there.
Do we want to go? I think we want to go from behind.
Well, how about we just scope the place out, get some pie, and that allows us to scout the interior a little, see what's going on. We can leave, and then we can take our action.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I like that
I
plan.
want the pie.
I'm
What do you think,
feeling
Josh?
that if we're seen in there, there's a lot of clues about us that they might recognize if they see us when we come back to try to take
Not
things.
that we're in disguises.
Yeah, you still wear the same clothes.
I'll put it inside out.
I don't think that's quite what I mean.
You mean your coat isn't reversible?
No, I would be. The oil's on the outside.
Maybe we should make that. It's a good idea. It's a very good idea. You can do it.
Well, that's nice. But I don't have that right now, and I'm pretty sure you would stand out regardless of what you're wearing.
Yeah, no pie for Grizz.
No, I'll get you pie, Chris.
But I'm just saying, do we want to scope it out from the back side? And if we need pie, you can take some pie when we're in there.
Oh.
Or Rose, if you would like, you can. You still have that. Is she still brown haired right now?
No,
No, she dropped it.
No.
matter of fact, I don't think I can do it anymore.
Oh,
Nope.
never mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we won't get pie.
Wait, are we gonna burn the place? Is that
Oh,
like the plan?
No.
That was
that
the
was.
I
plan.
thought that was the
I
plan.
don't think that was the plan.
No, what?
It
Maybe
was-
burn the stuff, but not burn the place.
Wouldn't that in turn?
No, because then you're gonna get rid of all the pie.
Lawson, do you still have the spirits and the rags that we
Yeah.
acquired? Wonderful. We should probably prepare those just in case.
Prepare them with what?
Well, we should put the rags into the bottles and have them prepared as flammable devices, yes?
Oh, you.
Isn't that what you wanted? You wanted...
I was just gonna like douse it and light it.
Oh, I mean, that works too.
Oh, I like to throw it. You put it in
What if it doesn't break?
the. Oh.
Those are very cheap. That is very, very cheap alcohol. Those bottles are very breakable.
Well,
It's fine. It doesn't matter. We can pour it.
yes.
All right, so we should scout it out at least. Last time I went down there, there was a bouncer in the back. Though the security there was somewhat laughable.
Oh, I
think
can
we should-
distract them.
Can we
could.
just take a rest before we go into all this?
Absolutely.
I need to bandage this.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, Grizz, don't you have several large injuries?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I need to bandage
Yeah.
those too.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be a good
Are we
idea.
just standing in front of Millie's, or
You guys have actually taken the back alley almost the entire way, like the back alley between the streets, almost the entire way there. So you aren't quite, to the like front of it or the back per se, but it's about maybe a block over. So you guys know it's there, but you haven't scoped it out yet. If you wanted to go scope it out first and then take your long rest or take your short rest while you're discussing, or you can do the rest first and then go. And
let's go look and then rest.
All right, Scout, come back.
Okay.
Let's do that.
so, which way are you guys scouting, front or
I want
back?
to go distract the guy.
Oh, the bouncer in the back. All right, that might be a plan, but let's make sure that they're actually even there.
Using perception, can I determine where we can take a look without easily being seen?
No.
Okay.
But if you want to give me an insight roll,
Yeah. Not
because
very.
you know how much I love it when you ask me if you can.
It's not a thing.
I only got a 17.
A 17. So you, from taking a look around the block, you don't really see there being much of an issue one way or the other, whether you check in the back or the front. You do know through Felix that there is a bouncer in the back.
Mm-hmm.
There's not usually somebody at the front door unless they've had some sort of issue recently. From what you gather, there's no real problems up there, and it just looks like there's people in the diner eating.
I just was wondering if like there was a blind or a hidden area that we could actually look and people wouldn't go, why are they staring at this place?
There's corners and you're in Sharn. There's basically anywhere that's in a city you can probably find some stuff. Plus, this is Dungeons and Dragons, so we have the stealth skill. What would you all like to do?
Is the guy in the back?
What are we looking for?
Well, we should see how security looks first, and possible entrances. We know there's at least one entrance in the back, and there's one entrance in the front. We should also find the cart that has been left for us.
Leave it over there?
Is it there? We should check.
So I guess we're first doing a lap.
Okay. So you, without actually going into the back area where he would see you, you do see that there is a cart and a horse in an alcove back behind, kind of across the way from where the bouncer who you recall, the security guy you recall, his name is Rodnev. And you can, without stepping out into that area to be able to see him or for him to see you, you can glance that direction. You can kind of angle yourself to see that there is a cart and a horse over there.
Great.
All right.
So where would they keep this stuff?
There is a doorway off to the side once you enter that leads
Not that
to
everybody
some
over there is going
stairs
to be able to see it.
heading downwards. I know where it is.
But for the moment, this is what you guys see. Sorry.
That's a really nice cart.
Yeah, it's very nice.
What do you know about the bouncer?
I believe his name was Rodnev, and I think he's what was he? Was he a bugbear? Furbolg really likes to drink. He's actually kind of awful at his job, and also very excited about the fact that he will apparently become a property owner soon, as he's being put in charge of one of the many bars that have already had their owners removed.
Oh, so the syndicate's setting him up to run a bar?
Yes.
Oh.
So you already talked to him then?
Hmm?
So you already talked to him then?
I have already talked to
Didn't
him.
you say you had a book?
I had a book?
When you were going to show it to Garland, he said he didn't want to see it.
No, I don't have a book.
You said that you had something that
I
you took
did.
from Millie's
I did.
that had information that Garland didn't want to
It
know.
didn't. I picked up something from Millie's.
What was it?
More of their shipment.
What was that about?
It's exactly what you think it was. It was
How many boxes?
Oh, how many boxes
How
inside?
much does it
them?
weigh?
You're being weird again.
Yeah.
Well, if we need to figure out how much we can carry out and how much time we have, it's good to know that.
Oh, that is true, but you get a little excited about it.
A little intense there, buddy.
That's information. We want to know it.
Well, I saw roughly how many crates?
What's it say on the invoice?
I didn't see an invoice.
What's it say on
It's a
shipping?
criminal organization. They don't keep accurate paperwork.
They do if they're good.
Yeah. I mean,
If it's a syndicate, I would guess they're probably really good at keeping track of things. So people
Sure, but I
get
don't
lost.
think they leave those around.
Mhm.
You now caught a little glimpse into how Felix is going to run his.
Yeah.
There's a difference between theirs and mine. What
Really? They're
is?
successful.
He's a brand new kingpin. Leave him alone.
Whoa. You should learn lessons from the good ones.
Sure, but these ones are going to end up being defunct by us. They also have horrible guards.
That's a lesson to learn.
So why don't you just get him drunk?
I'll get him.
That's what I was thinking. That'd be good.
Not a bad idea.
We've got
I'm sure a
bottle
little bit
spirits
of.
you can give him.
You have it?
We've
We
got
do.
A couple.
Or you can put him to sleep, and then I can step on him.
No, that's not
the
how
way
it
that
works. You just don't learn.
Wait, why?
If you want to do something when he's down, why don't you just slit his throat?
Do we have to?
No. That's why I put him to sleep, but he's the one who wants to do something when I take him out.
But
Why
I
would
like
they
the,
get
I
all
like the noise
crazy?
they make when you step on
They
them.
make the same noises when they're dead, you know.
But they can make more noises if they're not dead.
No, if you do it right.
Do you think I have any sway over that person?
Well, that's true.
So do we want to just make him pass out by getting
then
him
I'll
Are
step
drunk?
you able to knock him
Yeah.
out?
Well, I could.
How many more times can you do that?
If I take a little bit of a chance to recover, I could do a couple more times.
All right,
But-
that may be worthwhile, but
it might be better if we just not use that.
yeah, we could save that for an emergency or if things go badly.
Yes.
We can always knock people out and leave rather quickly.
Yes.
You just
Also,
put something in the drink.
if I had something, I mean, if there was enough Dream Lily lying around, we could always spike it with
Use
that.
stuff. It's bad.
But Dream
I
Lily
could
and
I could distract him, okay?
Actually, that's a really good
Okay.
point. Do you have any of the Doom Lily?
No,
No.
that's too
That's a shame.
dangerous to carry.
Oh, I agree, but also some of that slipped into a drink would absolutely knock him out.
But then what if I accidentally touch it? I don't trust.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
dangerous.
All right, well that option's out. You seem very capable of distracting him. We can potentially have a cover story where we're handling a shipment or something, perhaps, or we just wait until she has managed to talk him into a stupor and we just roll up.
Like I said, if I give her
Talking
the
about it
alcohol,
was
you can take the alcohol and go talk him into drinking until he's
Okay.
unconscious, right?
Yeah. So.
Just make sure you don't drink all of it.
Okay.
Wouldn't it make more sense if you go because you already know him?
I'll just go ahead and show you guys the rest of this since you did kind of survey the front.
Okay.
You would not see this though, so we're gonna go back the other way.
You just have. Oh, we need a piece of paper to cover.
Yeah.
We don't
Can we get a piece of paper, please?
I have this little book if you want to put it on
Oh,
top.
it's perfect size.
Or who has that?
Mr. Punchy's covering it.
Thank you, Punchy.
Wouldn't that make more sense for you to go?
Because you know him.
Well, I don't really want him to remember me.
Oh. So
I
why don't we
think
go
people
take a rest
remember
now?
much when they're drunk.
If we go get a rest, then we can come back and do the thing.
Absolutely.
Blackout drunk is kind of tough.
So if you guys spend too long anywhere, the landscape is could change.
Variable.
Hmm.
Understandable.
You guys would currently be like here, kind of around the corner from where he would be able to see you.
What
So
time? Like what
This
time?
is Millie's, and that's just another building, right?
This is Millie's.
Right.
You don't know what that is.
Right, that's just another building.
You don't know that that exists.
Oh, okay.
Kai does.
Oh, I see. Never mind. I understand now.
Rudy,
Mhm.
with the layout in there, I can see 3 doors along that corridor.
Mhm.
Which is the door that I recall leading down to the Dream Lily room?
The one closest to the exit. You also
On the
recall the next one, the one closest, like to me.
Yeah.
You recall that the one after that is the restroom,
Okay.
the water closet,
Yeah.
and the one closer or like across the hall from it is the kitchen.
Okay, great. So I will relay that information. So first door on the left, when you go in, is where they're keeping the Dream Lily.
And assume that where this is not sidewalk, but rather
Alleyways?
like the walls.
When he starts describing what it looks like, I'm gonna do an illusion and do like a layout.
You gonna make like a sand table, like battle map, like in your
Yeah.
with your illusion.
Like this?
Yes. I'm assuming we're doing this when we're taking a light rest.
You
Somewhat.
you guys will
We'll
tell
take
me
it.
that later.
Okay, great. Alright, yeah. So,
To there?
yes.
And I know this is what it looks like up front.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool.
So there are 2 or 3 different ways we can handle this. We can either have a few of us in the middle of the restaurant and cause a ruckus, which will definitely distract people.
Seems most dangerous though.
Potentially, yes.
If they're just remember the last time I was here, they reacted pretty badly to people making noises. They started like shooting crossbows at people, and
Oh,
yeah, they're not like, oh, you should leave. It's more of a kill them and we'll drag them out kind of thing.
Well, what time does it close?
Millie's, I think it stays open pretty late.
Why don't we come back when it's closed?
Because I'll be at work.
yeah. We need to get this done
Oh,
sooner rather than later.
We do have to drop that off soon enough so that they can pick it up.
It's true.
Yeah, that's not quite an option. But at the very least, if we can.
I was gonna think if you were going to distract Radev,
Yeah.
in the back and get him drunk, then if we sneak in the back way, you can stay near the bathroom as another distraction in case someone starts coming back that way, while we go downstairs to get the stuff. Although I'm betting they've probably got people down there.
Oh yeah. Also, I got a message. I could just message you.
That's
Well,
good.
if you do the thing that you do,
The illusion, right?
yeah, and
Or
then
the
like,
sleeping.
Well,
in the hallway,
Yeah,
so you can't
that's-
see us take it out.
that's
Right
a big
about that.
hallway. That's a lot of illusion.
Too much?
It'll take probably 30 seconds or so to put up a full hallway cover so you can't see it. And it's only gonna last. It's only gonna last for like a minute for the first one till it goes away.
Okay.
So,
Not an option then.
it might be better. I mean, I could do it quicker on the door.
Mm-hmm.
That would only take about like 10, 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But the most that would look like is if the door is either open or closed.
Mhm. They would still see
I'm-
us walking out with stuff.
Yes, and that's what I'm more concerned with.
But I was thinking if we take a few minutes before we go in,
Sure.
I can bring up one of those platforms. It holds about 500 pounds.
That might work.
That's why I was asking how many boxes and how much they weighed.
Yeah. Rudy, how many crates were there?
When you were down there, you recall there being roughly 10.
Does,
Gotcha.
does the piece of paper you have say anything about delivery times, dates, or shipments?
For the drop-off location?
No, for Millie's. You said you took it from here. Did they have like a log if we
Motion.
expect these things?
I did not take a book. I took nothing with writing on it. I took literally a piece of brown paper that is wrapped around
Oh, you took wrapping.
around Dream Lily vials.
Oh.
Ooh.
I thought you took actual like
No, I took
papers.
I took a small portion of Dream Lily with me.
Next time, take the invoices. They're
I
pretty
didn't
good.
see invoices.
They're somewhere.
I'm sure there are. We can steal those too.
I would like to go
But
take
if
a
we
nap
if we
now.
do that, I'll
I'm assuming you guys are taking a short rest during this conversation.
have the platform that we could put stuff on, and if you take a couple more minutes, I could have like somebody who could help us load it onto it.
Those big crates. How big are they? Like this way or like?
When you think of a crate for like a cartoon,
Sure.
it's kind of like that. So we're talking like
So
it's
like,
a cube of solid, awkward carrying.
okay, something that someone can probably take one at a time of, basically.
Yeah, you might be able to fit like 2, maybe 4, depending on how you do it, onto a tensor's floating disk.
Okay.
But it would be, I would say, 4 is going to be iffy.
Why don't we just burn it in here, just
Well,
or liquefy it? Or
we're
something?
hoping to get money.
I mean,
Money
we
is
get
good.
money if we just destroy it too.
It's bad money.
So you recall, just so I make sure that we are all on the same page with this, but destroying it will only take care of what Polly needs. Returning it will get you paid for each crate that you return, and extra if you find any and return any of the Doom Lily. You get a sense from the conversation that you do not want to disappoint them. So, with that in mind, you certainly can burn it. You
thought we were
can
gonna take
take it.
As much as we could, and then burn the rest so it doesn't flood the market.
So,
I don't think we should give it out to anyone.
So here's the problem with this, and it's fine to talk about this briefly. You weren't there, like you left before we had all of this explained to us, but we are working for people that don't like disappointments. If we weren't working for them, they would be putting their crosshairs on us. So this is a way of us mitigating any kind of heat that might be generated. In addition, if we start getting these shipments to them versus burning them, yes, we will. We're going to get paid for it, but it's also going to make them happy. And if they're happy, we're going to wake up with our heads still intact, and not with waking up with Grizz's head in your bed and the rest of him not being there.
They're very conscientious about the way they distribute this stuff. They don't force it on people. People come and pay for it.
Bad stuff.
But
I
they-
hear what you're saying.
But they also want to stop the really bad stuff. They don't want that at all.
They're both bad.
They're-
Well,
they're-
I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
I don't like it. I want you to know. I have voiced my opinion. I don't like it. And if I could, I would destroy the whole thing.
Fair enough. You don't have to take any of their money.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
taking
take
the
your
money.
share.
I'm doing the job.
Okay, well then, that's the way it works.
Bad money can still be spent in good ways.
Right, so we're in agreement. We're going to give it back.
Take
Right.
what back?
I mean, take it to them, not give it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should try and take as much as possible.
Right.
How much did it weigh? How much did you hold a bunch?
I didn't try to lift a whole one,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't think I know I could not carry more than one crate. There's about 10 crates down there.
So you could probably carry one crate, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
I
4,
haven't tried
5,
yet, but yeah. no,
3, 4, 5, maybe.
I can't.
It'll be very slow if I carry one by hand.
Same, but
Do you have a?
One crate's roughly big enough for one person to carry.
makes sense.
What you do
I am
remember
not
is
the
that
one.
that the crates are basically labeled or stamped as like liquor shipments
Mm.
to the various clubs that you've identified already through some mischief or whatnot. And or at least at a glance, that's what it seemed to be. You didn't stick around very long. What you took was a little pouch, and that had, I believe, 4 or 5 small vials in it.
Sounds about right.
Each vial is roughly 2 doses.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I have no idea. What if you get the girl drunk, and then she goes in there and like does like a singing thing? I've seen the way that everybody like stops everything and just watches. What if you like doing an impromptu concert thing, and then if you see anybody going in the back, you shoot the message thing. And then we're just going to keep loading up the things in the back.
Actually, that would probably be best. Do you think we should bring the cart up right to the door?
Yeah. Because
Yes, bringing the cart close to the door is a good idea. I'm not so sure about the idea of Rose taking full advantage of her musical talents, however, as your voice is rather trademark of you.
I agree. But I was going to talk to this guy that I heard he's going to start a place.
Sure.
And that maybe he needs a singer. No offense, I'm not going to actually
It's
do
fine.
it.
Use an alias.
Oh,
Don't call yourself Rose.
what's my alias?
I think Lily.
You're the last alias you used was Jane Stewart.
I don't want that one. Lily?
Sure.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Actually, the last alias that she used was the librarian. I believe we called her Daisy in that.
The library was
That was way too
after. Yeah, that was earlier in the year. But this is from the precinct, which
Oh yes.
you were across the street for.
Okay. So I'll be Lily today.
Oh, okay. So, what are we going to do if people see this cart sitting there with nobody guarding it with stuff in it?
They already see a cart there with a horse and nobody in it.
But there's no stuff in it.
You're right, as far as they know.
Well, we only need to make 2 trips. If we get between 3 or 4 crates onto your tensor's disk, and one for myself and one for you, taking them through, we're getting roughly 5 per load.
Worst case scenario, what if we go in there and there's a lot of people who don't want us to take the crates?
then that's where Mr.
I
Pokey
do.
comes out.
But that's going to make a lot of noise, and people upstairs are going to come downstairs too.
No, the people that get Mr. Pokey, they don't make any noise.
All right, so
What?
cover story. We work for, what was the name of the syndicate?
Well, talking about
There's the Amante
The Amante
Syndicate,
Syndicate.
and there's the Boromar Clan.
we don't want to. Obviously, he was former sounds bad. So you want to say we're working for the Amante Syndicate to deliver the stuff?
Yeah. If anyone asks, we're taking this to the distribution sites.
You sound good when you say that. I'll let them
Sure.
ask you.
Yeah. Well, do you remember a few names of the bars, just in case someone does confront us?
No,
Oh, we're doing all the mask thing.
no.
We should.
Sure about that?
It would be kind of odd if we walked into some place and they found us.
What are
Well,
we
I
doing?
agree. The
I'm-
masks are good.
I'm getting antsy.
Yeah.
I'm getting my
If we go with the masks, we can't do the cover story.
I mean, we can still try it, but either way, we don't want people recognizing us. That was something that we had pretty firmly reminded to us. So, if we have some scarves or rags, we can wrap those around our faces as well, and just hope for the best, really. But yes.
I still have my pink hair.
Yes, you do, and I don't think there's anything we can do about that right now.
You guys hear that door open, and you can hear a little bit of conversation happening between Rodnev and what looks like a goblin. Right.
I cannot hear from here. So I guess we wait until.
Do any of you have good hearing?
Hear what's being
Uh,
said.
who is still specifically within eyesight of the door?
I don't
I
know
mean,
where we all are.
I mean, you guys are like. I also am going to give you like a short rest for this, so I assume that like you kind of like turned in to look at the thing, but like I didn't know if somebody is on watch, like making sure nobody's coming. No, okay,
Specifically, we're just kind of
all right.
talking about it.
So you just hear the door open.
Okay.
You can hear some muffled voices back there.
Lawson, do you want to try and check that out?
Okay, Lawson, as you look back over there, you actually had very close contact with this person, so you don't need to roll. That's the goblin from the shop earlier.
Oh, there's the guy who stole the chest.
And as you hear them talking, Rodden is already slurring his words.
Oh, it's a good time for me to
Sounds
go.
like he's been drinking a little bit. That goblin, that means there's probably some people here with weapons.
Oh, of course. I mean, we already established.
But it also
they are-
means that his money's here, so we can get it back to the people.
that would be ideal.
Or we can keep it.
Also ideal.
You hear a good night, and he starts to make his way this way. Go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Fortunately.
Can I start walking towards the carriage?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
As he's walking up, I'm just casual.
This is before or after?
Sure, then you can give me a deception check.
Is this before or after the short rest?
This will be after the short rest.
It's a 22.
You look as nonchalant walking towards this. If you are looking to...
I'm just kind of going to turn to talk to the guy.
So you're walking to this, and then you're just going around and going to go straight towards Rodnev? Okay. We'll say you get there like kind of after we see where everybody else is.
17 on my stealth.
5. 22.
Okay. So you two shift into the shadows a little bit here. We'll say that since this is a wall, that you two like sling on the wall here. And Grizz is standing there like looking back and forth and then sneezes super loud. The blood dripping that is still like smeared down your shirt alerts this guy. And everybody give me an insight check.
15.
19.
5.
Wow! What's insight again?
Insight.
It's on
Wisdom.
Oh yeah, that thing I'm really bad at. 4.
4. Okay, so I thought Kyle was gonna have the lowest roll for once. So you two recognize that he is alerted to you, and that he actually recognizes you. The two of you were so well hidden that you can't clock his face. So you both notice this.
I look at you and I go, get out of here. And then I just go walk up to the guy.
Okay, so the goblin turns and looks like he's about to rush back inside.
Well, so we like is he in talking distance?
Yeah, he's in talking distance. He's also in rushing distance should you choose to stop him.
To accidentally get in his way.
Okay, so you're heading back towards Rodnev, and he's going to be like dashing, so you wouldn't necessarily be able to make it probably like in time to head him off. I can put you over there, you'll be like within the area, but I'm essentially giving you guys the opportunity here to stop him.
Yeah. Well, when we locked eyes, it was like, I'm a painter.
Roll me persuasion or deception. Roll me deception.
14?
Yeah.
And that was with a negative.
He hesitates and then
May I?
turns back around and starts to walk by you, but goes very wide and is eyeing you the whole time. So he'll be about here, unless there's anything else that you all would like to do. And do you want to continue your way to Rodnev? Okay. We'll put you right here until... Does anybody need to do anything else before there's an engagement here in the door?
Yes, I'm going to try and reaffirm Grizz's story and kind of just like sidestep a little bit so I'm not in his like vision as I step out of the shadows. But I'm gonna just kind of walk up to him, saying like, "Hey Fuzz, where's the red paint? Did you spill that red paint?" You spilled that red paint, didn't you?
Yeah.
And kind of close distance with Grizz so I can kind of get nice and close and hopefully, interact and lower the guard of the goblin.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
lowered enough that he's not gonna like do anything right now. If you had told me that before, I'd have probably given him advantage or given the goblin disadvantage on the thing. But I
would have tried,
Yeah.
but you were.
I'm just
that's
letting you
fine.
know in advance,
Sure.
like for next time.
Sure.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Good idea, I like it.
just because we finished the short rest, I was going to let you know I did the arcane recovery
You got one slot back.
and threw a hit die to get healed up.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 on the hit die, so I'm back up at full.
Okay. Grizz is back to full. Lossian has one spell slot back, so a total of 2.
And full hit points.
And at full hit points.
Like very, very hushed, like kind of.
You got your spell slots back too. Because
Awesome.
warlocks get them back on that.
Wonderful.
I mean, sorcerers.
I'm gonna try and lean in really close, more under the guise of like, oh, I'm just gonna try and wipe this paint off of you and pull you down a little bit like this. It's all over. How did you get this much paint? Kind of like pull your head to my ear, and it's like, we should grab him.
I told you that painter thing was going to work.
Just grab him. Go now.
All
We should rush him and grab
So you're gonna launch over and grab him?
Yeah.
Okay. You're trying to get a hold of him or are you trying to strike him?
Grapple.
Okay, give me a grapple. So that'll be are you doing it too?
If
Or?
he's both of us are gonna try and basically like pig pile him and just shove him into an alley. Hopefully.
Okay. Considering who is likely to have the best outcome here, and we'll say that you're helping.
Yeah.
You can have advantage on the grapple. And Rose is making her way to the door.
Saunter.
It is sauntering to the door
With the bottle.
with a bottle. And
What was his
you
name
see, his name is Rodnev. You've not actually met him, but you did hear it from them. So he's sitting on a stool, and he's got a newspaper and a coffee mug. And he's just kind of like
Swaying.
And I take my finger and I go, excuse me.
Hi.
Is your name Radnev?
Do I know you?
No. My name is Lily. My friend, well, she said that she heard you're going to get a new place. And she said that maybe I could come talk to you about maybe auditioning for a singer position.
Yeah. Okay. How do you how what does that entail?
Well, what kind of songs do you like? Oh, I see your cup is kind of empty, and I have a bottle. I'm like, and then.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a good start to
there you
the
go.
audition. Thank you. Do you want some?
I just drink from the bottle,
Okay.
and I just keep like going to drink, and then, but I'm very curious, and I kind of walk around him, and I'm just kind of pulling his attention, and since he's swaying, I'm kind of like swaying with him, and
Okay.
I'm just kind of like, kind of in this like dreamy, like looping him in.
Yeah.
So what kind of music do you? What do you envision? Kind of environment.
To be honest, I haven't got to spend much time in the place yet, so I'd say that it's rather malleable. That.
Oh, well, I mean, it's kind of a big deal.
spills some
Oh
down
no, let me help you with
God.
that. Oh, come over here, and I grab his shirt, and I'm like,
Oh,
I basically pull him on the other side of the door,
like over here.
and I'm like, oh, it's
Okay.
kind of embarrassing. Let me get that for you so nobody sees.
Oh,
Let me get that, and I
good.
kind of like take some of his
Safety.
paper, and I'm dabbing it,
Oh, that I was.
and his.
Guess I don't need to.
It's like behind. So I'm trying to get the door behind him
Mm-hmm.
so that they can.
It's as like this is all wall here, so you've got him between the door and the wall. The other part that he knows is that like this back here kind of like has a small little, because it looks like a train car, at least does.
Oh, yes.
So there's like the two little bays, but it's basically crammed in between like what an alleyway used to be there.
Okay.
So you've got him as good as you can get him.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep talking to him about his thing and kind of give him ideas.
Yeah, those are all great ideas. Okay.
I'm gonna take a look out while these two bum rush the goblin, just to make sure people aren't coming.
What did you roll?
So what do I add to it for
Athletics.
Okay, athletics. So then that would be a 23.
Great. Well, I got a 4. So you jump on top of him or snatch him up by the collar or something like that. Felix attempts to look like he is doing it at the same time. But you're like holding the goblin's feet off the ground. And right now he's just like, he's a little shocked, but you can see that he's breathing in.
Punch in the throat.
You punch him in the throat?
Yeah.
I will give you advantage because he's being held in place.
Yeah. So for a melee attack, that would be strength, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. Yours is going to have to be strength.
Okay.
So with that roll, can I just like be holding him with like
You
one
are.
hand? In
That's
the
why I
air?
gave him
Okay.
advantage.
Okay.
He's
got it.
getting advantage on the attack
Okay.
because you're holding
Just
him
want to
on.
paint this picture here.
Unarmed strike would be just my
After he rolls, I'll paint it.
Cool.
proficiency bonus.
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to roll damage as well?
It will be a 1 plus your strength modifier, which is a 0. I mean, which is a -1, so you will get a 0 regardless.
Okay. So I get a 12 on the roll.
Is that plus everything?
Yes.
Okay. So, Grizz, what's your AC?
AC 14.
14. Okay. I won't make you do a saving throw on that. But Felix, so here's what happens, is that you guys rush across the street, he picks him up, and he goes, Felix sees him start to inhale, and he swings, and it's kind of like he just kind of like cuffs him on the which makes him kind of look down, and he doesn't scream now because he's like, and then you see him start to like wiggle, and he's gonna try and break your grapple.
Okay.
So you can give me another athletics check.
Okay. Not at advantage, right?
It's not an advantage now.
Okay.
Not unless you're gonna rage.
That would be 12.
He wiggles and wriggles back and forth. He is unable to break your grapple, but he is able to get his hands on his axe.
Okay. You see him doing that, and I'm just gonna take my claw and shh. And I get real close. I'm like, I'm a painter. You know what I'll paint with?
And I will give you advantage on the intimidation check.
What's so add in 10? So 10.
I got a 9. So you say that you pick him up. You're holding him there. Felix thumps him on the collarbone.
kind of laughing at him a little bit.
And then he starts wriggling in your grasp. And when you pull him close, he's basically got the haft of the axe coming out. And you say, I'm a painter. And he goes and drops the axe on the ground. He goes, okay, I could never have been here.
Well, I'll go to me.
If
I'm
you
gonna
want.
maintain the axe away.
Okay, I was definitely never here. If you let me go, I'm not here. I'll just go.
You wanted me to grab him. Sure. He believed I was a painter. So what do you want with him?
I'm sure you are a painter. All right. So, where's the money?
What, money?
Wrong answer. You get to go free if you tell us.
Tighten up my grip a little bit.
It's inside.
Great. Where? The kitchen or down below?
In Millie's office.
That's fine. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, thank you. You'll let him go.
No, I'm gonna snap his neck.
Okay. Fine. Give me. Let's see how we're gonna do this.
Bounce him off the wall.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. You can give me an attack roll.
Okay.
And if you get a 12 or above, then we'll allow you to roll. We'll allow you to roll damage.
So do I add anything to it? Or you
It's
said
an
an attack
attack roll,
roll,
yeah.
so that would be considered what do I add to it? Oh, no,
Well,
I
it'll be
attack.
your strength, because I don't believe that you are actually proficient in like just snapping somebody's neck.
I gotcha. Okay. So 17.
17.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get your hands into the right place, and I will let you roll me a d20 for the damage on this.
Does he get stealth bonus?
No, it's a d20.
Okay.
That's a
Oh,
natural
natural
20.
20.
So
Oh man.
Oh,
you've got him snatched up. He says, I'll just go. And then Felix has him, Felix essentially is like, yeah, okay, you can go. And then what do you do?
I think about breaking his neck. And I just like take my claws and like right in his neck, like the throat, just dig him real deep in there. And then I just like watch his arterial spray on the ground. And then I'll pull it out. This is pretty good, isn't it? Looking at the blood spatter on the ground. I told you I was a painter.
Are you angling this somewhere?
Just
Like,
kinda like letting it like. So I'm
Okay.
sure there's some
so here's the way that works in anatomy.
arterial spray and
because
things,
it's gonna spray across the street.
It's gonna spray.
So I'm like,
First off, his heartbeat is whooshed already.
Yeah.
Secondly, one of them shoots down, the other one shoots up.
Yeah.
So it's not going out so much as it's going like.
I like to step back.
So Grizz, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And you can also roll me a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 6.
Okay.
Uh, 17.
Okay. So Felix is able to dive out of the fountain, but Grizz attempts to get out of the way by just dropping the guy at his feet, and the spray just coats him to the point where it's dripping off of him. You are now a walking red bear.
I don't feel like I was even trying to get away from that spray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. If you weren't trying to, then you can just tell me that you choose to fail.
Oh.
Versus actually rolling, it does make it like.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm not gonna let
For
you.
future reference.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you like fail it and then be like, oh, I totally meant to fail.
Oh, okay. Well, even if I succeed, but yeah, whatever.
How is there that much blood in that goblin?
Well,
there's
that's a lot, right?
they held at least 4 pints.
Whatever.
It's,
Let's just
it's
keep
got a
moving.
very thin viscosity, so it'll actually spread pretty far. And
Great.
I start singing.
And you see Rodnev go.
Oh, I
You
know
smell
it's-
blood.
No. It's just a very specific wine here. See? And I take a little tiny swig and I'm like, see? Oh, I
It's
washed.
not quite as irony as that.
I
Is
washed
there?
my hair
Is this?
today. Smell it.
Give me a. God, yeah, persuasion at advantage. Like. Yeah.
17 plus
you beat it.
4.
I got an 8 on the die. He does not have that high of a tolerance. Plus, he's drunk, so.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't really smell it, but I like being close to you.
And I'm like holding my hair up as he's doing that. I look over.
You look over and you see that there's now a goblin that is like slumped down on its back, and from its neck is just a fire hydrant worth of like bloods just.
And I'm like,
And then it's starting to like slowly go down. And Grizz is just standing there over it, but he like looks like he was trying to like get away a little bit there. He was like, ooh.
And then I get back.
I was gonna let him go.
You look like you're kind of coated, so if you want to search the body, now would be a good time because you might want to clean up before you leave bloody footprints all inside there. If we're going in to pick up crates,
Yeah, all right.
I'll do that. Okay.
take a few minutes and start working up.
Give me an investigation check. What are you guys doing? Because you guys are getting slim on time here.
Yeah, that was what I was going to do. The tensors.
Yeah. So you're making tensors. Okay.
Make sure, see if he's got a key for the basement.
If it's even locked, but sure. We'll see what's on him.
6.
Like, no, you're fine.
I got 16.
16. Okay. So you find. You find 1 copper. Apparently, he had already spent his coin.
It's expensive at Millie's.
It is.
All right, we're doing this then.
We need to get him cleaned off a little bit.
Busy.
Yeah, he's indisposed for 10 minutes.
Okay, fair enough. Are there any what look like drains, like drain off or anything like that from like the rooftops, kind of coming down onto the?
Just your luck. It's not actually raining tonight.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, are there any barrels of water, buckets of water, any things like that around?
We'll say that there's a barrel of water.
Okay, I'll go clean up.
Yeah.
Best I can ish.
Okay. So while Rodnev is drunk, he's now been talking to you for quite some time, and he's starting to like, I'm really gonna have to get back. I want to make sure I get to the place so I can't screw anything up.
Oh,
If
yes,
I gotta get back to my post, but you're nice, and you should come talk to me when I have a job to give you.
Okay, well, let me fill up your glass one more time. And I'm like, hurry up.
That would be very
I'm
nice.
just pouring so slow. I'm gonna sing you a little song.
You must be almost empty.
Almost. Have a little drink on me. Just have a little drink on me.
Like on top of, like, pour it on?
Oh.
Is that what
I
you're saying?
mean,
Pour it on?
There's a cart. We could go over on the other side of the cart.
Oh. And he like kind of like starts to turn to look.
I was just
around,
kidding.
And you grab his head. Well,
Oh, okay. No, go ahead.
no, you grabbing it because he's gonna turn around and start to look like at the area.
Yeah.
He's looking
Like,
to
no,
see if
it's
anybody's.
just- no,
what?
It's okay.
Oh, we're not gonna go to the cart.
What?
I thought you wanted. I was
I
looking to see
do.
if I had maybe a moment to spare from the post.
Oh, no, nobody's over there.
Over where?
Anywhere.
Oh, so we can go to the cart.
Yes, and I grab his hands.
Oh, okay. And you guys hear the cup hit the ground. It's 10. It just kind of like rolls. He's like, oh, but my alcohol.
I have a bottle in my hand and I grab it like.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's go. All right, so
Oh my goodness.
you lead him over behind the cart, and
Did we see that happen?
the cart definitely. I'm assuming that you're getting cleaned up. Is that your intention?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're getting cleaned up. What is the tensors is going to be done before Rose has to lead him over.
Okay, so do we knock him out, or do we just leave Rose to keep him distracted while we get the boxes?
You get a message. I hate
Knock him
you
out.
guys.
We need to knock him out.
Yeah. That's
Great.
a good idea.
Are there any clubs or anything around? Sure, but I'm just looking if there's any improvised weapons we can bosh him on like this.
He has a spear. He can use
That's
the butt
good.
of the spear.
Why don't you just bash him with the spearhead?
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
The spearhead?
No, the spear
The
shaft.
Yeah.
Just
I'm already walking towards the
shoot him.
Great.
Okay.
Let's go give him.
You don't have to tell me twice, not somebody else.
So Rose has him over here. pressed up against the wagon. She's kind of like,
Grabbing my hair in his face.
hit you guys. And Grizz comes around the corner. Is anybody going with him?
Yeah, I'll follow behind a little, but I'm definitely going to be pulling my hood up and
Okay,
mask
so
up.
you start to mask.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
Walking over. Oh, mask. Okay.
Okay, so the
Are-
masks go up.
Are you
Yeah, I
gonna
see that.
Are you
Everybody's
gonna
doing that
put
too.
the
No,
horse on
you're-
the cart?
No,
They're behind you.
Should be already hooked up. If not, we'll move it.
Grizz, make me an attack roll. At advantage because you're definitely getting help with keeping this guy busy.
I'm glad we had advantage. So that would, so 17.
Okay, you're definitely gonna hit.
Okay, so I like.
Okay, you bonk him. Go ahead and give me a D6 plus your strength, which is 3.
6.
That is enough for you to come around, bop him on the back of the head, and he goes out like a sack of potatoes.
I take it down.
Does he have any keys?
Jeez, guys. That was a little too close, okay? I mean, I don't want to do that again. That was too far. You guys, what were you doing over there? Killing things? You're supposed to go inside. I just made
Always
him.
gonna let him go.
Stop complaining. We've got to keep moving.
Go
Good
ahead.
work.
I'm
Good
going
work.
to watch the cart.
Is the horse hooked up to the cart?
It is not.
Okay.
I'll do all that stuff. I'll
Okay.
get in there.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm the getaway guy.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so you guys are going in?
I'll do a quick check on the,
Yes.
on him.
Yes.
The dude I just knocked out.
Okay. He has his like work papers for Millie's. He has no money on him.
Okay.
And but he does have like a banknote, but you wouldn't actually be able to make any use of that.
Work papers. Now, is that like some kind of like,
It's like
I work here?
yeah,
Wink. I'm going to take that.
it's got his name on it.
Boop. I'm going to put that back.
I'm going to stay with
Or-
him after I hook up the horse to the cart and then move it around. I'm going to sit with him in case he wakes up.
Okay. You two, what are you doing?
I'm going towards the door.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah. And then, also.
And you washed up?
That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
I'm going to say that you should give me. Well, normally I would say we should have some sort of role for that, considering your propensity. But I'll assume that somebody else was helping you with either prestidigitation or whatever. So you guys make it into the door. What's the marching order here?
First, second, third.
Okay. Grizz, give me a stealth check.
Okay. That would be a 6.
A 6. So you open this door, slamming it into the side of the wall, and you look down the stairs to see somebody who looks like they are putting together a manifest. Turn around and see you slam the door, and go, "We're going to break."
Oh my god.
Herbal's better.
Yeah.
I suppose herbal.
We're talking
Herbal?
about herbals.
Herbal gerbil.
Welcome back to Inkwell Society, where we're playing some Dungeons and Dragons in the Noir. Is that good? Do you like that better than Zeros?
You know.
The
Is it
lowly.
losers? Did you call us losers?
The lowly heroes.
Lowly. Yeah, we're working our way up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta earn it.
0 to low. We're getting there. One level at a time.
Everything after 0 is pretty low.
Isn't that the way it
Yeah.
normally comes? Is one at a time? And we don't usually jump multiple levels.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking the truth.
All right, so you guys, where we left off, Rose had preoccupied the bouncer at the front, asking if she could see him behind the wagon. You making any more noise over there?
No, I'm done.
Grizz, Wassian, and Felix started to make their way inside to procure... Put it down then. Thank you. To procure the shipment from Millie's, acquiring the Dream Lily and taking it as their intent. Grizz, recently having... It's not eviscerated because it's not like the midsection, but essentially shoved your hand into his windpipe. I mean, like, you just kind of like...
It's like an unexpected tracheotomy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll call it... Sorry. Grizz started his medical license early, is not likely to be instated at any point while he continues to do tracheotomies as such, and is now drenched in blood. Additionally,
Sort of. Thought I...
a little.
Yeah.
Even with, I mean, like, water, like,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
So, as you made your way inside, everyone else was attempting to be fairly sneaky. And you apparently, for the second time tonight, have had a case of the sneezes or something. And as your body convulsed, you slammed the door down to the basement open. And surprised, the individual at the bottom of the stairs, looking like they were taking an inventory over what's down there. And that's what we're going to pick off as, for the second time tonight, a humanoid is inhaling and looks as if they are ready to yell.
Can we see?
Yeah. You two see each other. You two don't. You don't know that this happened yet, but you did hear the door go wham. You two can give me perception checks. Whilst, what would you like to do?
It's okay. I'm a painter. I'll get that a lot. That's what with this. That's paint. Cause I'm a painter.
What do you two make your? What'd you get?
16. 2.
Okay, so that's appropriate because you're outside still.
No, I'm out.
Oh, wait. Perception, you said?
Yeah.
1.
I'm the last one.
You're the last one?
Yeah.
I must have misheard that earlier.
It's okay.
Well, then, as you watch Grizz stop, you bump into the back of him. You see a curious head poke around the corner. Grizz, you are, we're going to say, on the staircase. Felix, you bumped into the back of him, and then you're following, and you've got your tensor's disc. So you see the guy at the end of the hallway poke his head around the corner, and you see the guy downstairs go, and you run into Riz's back. So, with that, is there anything else you would like to do?
I can't see the person at the end of the hallway, correct?
You
gonna-
right now have your face buried in
Okay,
his
so
sweaty
I
back.
can't do anything. So what are you doing, Kyle?
The first thing I do is grab the back of Felix's jacket and turn him so he can see the guy down the far end.
Okay, you can see the guy at the far end.
And look at the guy down there. How far away is he?
He's just looks like probably about 60 or so feet away. He does not appear armed.
Is it a halfling?
It is a halfling.
Toll the dead.
You just told the dead outright. All right.
Wow. Okay.
He fails,
8 points.
and his eyes roll back. He slumps to the ground, and blood starts to trickle out of his ears. And then you hear, "Oh my gods!"
I created a distraction.
Okay,
So, well,
here's what we're gonna do for that. Because you did create a distraction, there does seem to be people that are now curious about what happened over there. And as the guy at the bottom of the staircase has not been dealt with yet, he goes, "What are you doing down here?" But they will have disadvantage to hear
Do
him.
I still have my bonus action?
You do still have a bonus action.
The guy who just dropped down there, spare the dying.
Aww.
Very cool.
so my attempt at quelling.
Because
is,
you did in the same turn, I'll say yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
So my attempt at talking to him was ineffective. I take it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I just gotta ask.
Do I overhear at least that comment there?
Which one?
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You, all three of you hear that?
Yep.
The oh my god happened, or oh my gods happened at the edge of the at the room. You guys are standing in the center of the hallway.
I'm gonna
What?
continue to walk downstairs towards the guy.
Is just gonna walk down towards him, or okay? You continue to walk down. He seems to be getting nervous and starting to back away from you as you make your way down the stairs.
Okay. So I now have full view of him kind of backing down.
You don't have full view because
Yes.
now he is.
Of course.
You actually can't really see him at all anymore. You can see the back of Grizz.
Okay, but I know there's someone down
You
there.
do know
so-
there's somebody, at least one person down there with Grizz.
Okay, and I have my mask on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fantastic.
Grizz doesn't have a mask on yet.
What? Don't?
No.
I thought we all put him on outside. No?
You were walking towards towards the cart. They put it on behind you.
That is true.
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
Okay.
Well, that's real unfortunate.
I'm gonna. I'm.
Like anybody that's met you yet tonight came out of it alive.
Right. I'm gonna start to walk down the stairs, like casually with like a using kind of like a noble walk, like money, rich kind of attitude.
Okay.
And as I'm walking down, if I clap eyes with the guy backing down,
Mm-hmm.
what do I see? Who do they look?
So, Lausian, before we get into that, because they're both out of view, you've got Tensor's floating disc with you. The guy is collapsed. There's still like what you would consider to be maybe about a second or so before people are going to surround the fallen halfling.
I'm gonna head to the door. Go downstairs.
Okay, so you grab your disc, push it down, and you guys make your way down into the basement and close the door behind you. Okay.
It's terrible when people have strokes while they're eating.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So.
So now as you walk down the stairs, Grizz, you make it down to the bottom of the stairs. You've got eye contact with this guy. He's backed away across the way, and then behind Grizz comes down, and you walk your way down around Grizz. And then Lausian is following up, coming down the stairs.
So, well, the idea is I'm starting to kind of like, arrogantly come down the stairs, air of authority. As soon as I see him, what do I see? Human, elf. What is this person?
This looks like a half elf to you.
Okay.
In Eberron, we would just call them a Corvair elf, but
Okay. And they had they have the clipboard and looks
yeah,
like
he looks like he was in the middle of doing that, but now he's just kind of got it with him. And
as soon as I see him, I realize I have the mask. Or that's not a realization, but more a reminder of I have the mask on. I'll be like, there you are. We need to talk. We have an emergency. There is not much time. We need to get all of this material out of here immediately. The City Watch is aware of us.
yeah, of course, we paid them.
Other parts. Inquisitors know.
There should be an inquisitive or two that's keeping people off of us.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Me? I'm the Black Dragon. Have you not heard of me?
Should I have?
You should have. The Syndicate
From-
sent me here for a reason. I am a problem solver, and I'm here to solve your problem. We are in trouble, and we need to move these shipments immediately.
Who from the Syndicate?
Are you listening to me?
That's how I got how I got my questions.
We have mere moments before the City Watch descends on us. We need to move this shipment immediately.
So, Mr. Jagan, who are they?
They are muscle. They are here to move things. They are my problem-solving team.
So, persuasion is going to be at advantage because that was one of the creepiest things I have ever seen. And seeing as how I just got those eyes and I know you have the mask on,
Amazing.
that would scare the crap out of me. That was like a The Hills Have Eyes moment. Go ahead, roll.
So I have a 14. Oh, great, but yeah, 14.
Okay, I'll let you get to moving stuff.
Persuasion deception.
It is deception. You are lying to me. Mm-hmm. 16?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you get to moving stuff then. Shh. Okay.
Right, start loading things up. I'm actually not letting him leave.
Oh, okay. Well, he gets to here, and he's like, I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Put my hand on his chest. No, you're helping. Pick up a box. We need to get moving now, or all of our heads are on the chopping block.
If you've got muscle,
Yes.
and they're on their way,
You're wasting...
I'd prefer not to be here when they get here, so I'm just gonna go.
I'm gingerly taking the invoice the manifest he was doing and just go.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Well, no, I'm not trying to hide this at all.
I'm not saying you
Oh,
are.
okay.
Amazing.
19?
Okay, so then while you're talking, you're like pulling it out of, and he's just like, "Fine, I'm going. Thank you."
All right.
Do you get out of his way?
No.
Okay. So you step out of his way. He makes his way up to Grizz, who is standing in front of it, and then he's like, and he looks back at you, Mr. Dragon. Do you want to?
Just do it.
Yeah, just get out of my way.
I'm gonna attempt to, attack him.
Are you going to raid?
No, I'm just gonna try the most efficient and, way to.
So
kill
what
this
is
guy.
that to you?
Well, he's just standing in front of me.
Well, he's trying to walk past you, but what is it? How are you? What are you attacking him with?
No.
I'm sorry, but you gotta meet Mr. Pokey. And that one's on me.
Wait, what do you? He's surprised. You get advantage. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4. D4.
No, that's 4. That's a natural 20. So the sharing plus 5, so 6.
So you're gonna have to meet Mr. Pokey, and then he's like, "Wait, but dragon," and then you shiv him, catching him under the rib cage, and he like takes it. And he stumbles back. A second, he goes, "But you're wait, are you Syndicate? Are you Syndicate?"
Yep.
And he grabs the. And he like steps back and he like is like basically falling back over the crates that are there. And what?
If I get a chance, I was going to toll him.
Normally we would do random. So what we'll do for this is you can beat me in a roll off,
Oh, okay.
which Kyle may well beat me. Sure. Let's say that. I mean, this isn't initiative.
No.
I want to be clear, it's not initiative, but it will determine whether or not either of you beat him to acting.
Is it a straight 20 or
It is a straight 20 roll.
18?
He got a 4. So he stumbles back, leans against the thing, and then goes, you can see like the crackle of fire start to form around his hand. He looks directly at Grizz. And then you both. So you reach back and start to pull through the air, your fingers dragging a purple eldritch material from another plane, and you launch it at the crates at the same time.
With the crates?
Well, he's laying against the crates, so.
And I pull it. I basically just lift my hand up, and there's a small echo around him. Boom.
Okay. So his eyes, like a little bit of blood, like or a little bit of
10 points.
you don't need to, like, you guys are gonna obliterate what he had left, so if you want to roll, you're welcome to, but it's unnecessary. You see the blood vessels in his eyes like daisy chain all the way across, and then you start to see blood trickle down his ear. He is doing, and he just kind of reaches back, looks up like he's heard a noise, and then just gets toppled right over and hits the ground. His feet pop up on one of the boxes, reminiscent of a moving day.
I do this.
I'll have a magic shank.
I'm also giving just a very disappointed, like,
Start pointing. I just point to the boxes and point to the disc.
So I put on my mask and I'm like, guys, next time can you tell me that I don't have to mask on before we do the thing? All right, come on. That's on you two.
just pick up a box.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up as many boxes as I
search
can.
the body.
How many boxes can I carry at once?
You can load. We'll say that you can load 2 safely onto tensors.
Okay.
4, and it will require some balancing. And then you could also carry.
By balancing,
One.
mean that's like on the sides of it?
Yeah, probably. Like I would probably say that you need an Arcana check to like
Okay.
level it, and then or to keep it focused. And then you can carry 1, absolutely 2 with a dexterity check.
3, 4, 5. That's half of them.
So I'll take
2
at
tricks.
once. 4. Just one at a time.
3, 4, 5. We pick up half. We do
Four
a
on the
second.
platform.
Or
If
let's
that's
do
what
that
you want,
first, and
if
then
you want to
see what
risk it, we can risk it. All right, let's risk it. Let's
Okay,
load
so
up
you're
4.
risking 4 on the platform, 4 on the tensors.
I'll just take 1.
You're just gonna pick up 1. No risk there.
Same.
You do have risk.
Oh, I have risk even with just with 1.
You have with the negative 1, yeah.
I don't have a negative.
Oh, you don't. That's right.
I have
That's not your
flat
gun stat. That's
attitude.
yours.
That's me.
All right, then you're fine. You can carry 1.
The reason why I have magic to lift things for me.
Right. So, as you guys go back up, who's in the lead? How is this going?
Sure.
Okay, so you go up. You're carrying 1 box.
Uh-huh.
You open the door.
Uh-huh.
You can make me this will be a stealth check.
Okay.
And I will not say that this is going to require you to have disadvantage on this one. You'll be fine.
So that's a that would be a oh my, I'm bad at math. 21.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
So you're able to get the crate and make your way outside without being noticed. You do spot a group of concerned people at the edge there, looking at the downed person. Who's going second?
Okay, before we like head on, you should pull that stuff on the rest of them, just in case. You know. All right, man. Okay.
So you go next.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's long dead. There was no shot for him. You can make me a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, let's hope it's better than the last one.
I like your Red Dragon one. That was cool.
5.
Okay, well, it's better than the last one.
8.
An 8. I'm gonna have to roll against you to see what happens with that one. Lossian, what are you doing?
Well, he's going up the stairs. I'm actually taking a moment to look through the crates to see if there's anything marked special for the Doom Lily.
Give me an investigation check.
That would be 19.
A 19. So
I'm good at investigation.
while you're going through that, you do notice a bag that says special. That's it. It's this big bag.
Oh, how big?
Considering this is the size of the
Right.
crate.
So is it big enough that it would take place in one of the crates on the...
You would just have disadvantage on a stealth check if you were to carry it up by yourself.
I think I would use it to replace the crate then.
Okay, so then you will have 3 crate. What?
Yes, and on the way, I'm going to guidance me for stealth.
What does your prayer to your gods or your ancestors sound like?
Court of the Undying, allow none to see me. I wish to sneak free.
You feel like the whispers of a crypt make its way, flushing your hair back a little bit, and you feel as though you have found some favor. So, well, damn, because this thing is 4 of them. So we'll say that this is, right. So this is what you're getting on tensors.
Okay.
Grizz, you got an 8, and I got an 18.
Ah,
So, as you are walking out the door, you turn to look, preoccupied by them, and you bounce into the door here. This guy turns and goes, "Oh, who's it? Is that? But the shipment wasn't ready. Why is he wearing a bag over his head?" And as you make your way out, you catch a bolt to the back. This will be to your shoulder, and it will do. Whoop, I rolled the wrong one. It will do 6 points of damage. And you catch a crossbow bolt into the shoulder. You do not drop your box because you're Grizz.
Yay.
You hear.
Start spraying the alcohol.
Oh, what a shame. All right,
Yeah.
and then you're heading out? Or are you staying for now?
For now,
Might be able to.
no, I'm going to start heading up and knock one of the torches off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mage hand.
All right, so you can give me that Arcana check. Did you already roll me the stealth one?
No.
Okay, roll me the stealth one first.
Hey Rudy,
Mhm.
did Rose pull the cart into a good position for a getaway?
She hooked the horse up.
18 on the stealth.
An 18 on stealth? Okay, so they don't notice that you're in that room yet. Coming up, I'll let you make the Arcana check before you leave the room.
Okay. That's 18.
Okay, so you're able to keep it level just fine. You have a total of 5 crates with you.
Okay.
And you have the bag marked special. I will let you make an action before they get to,
Okay.
in order to appease the thing. So, Rose, while you were hooking up the horse, go ahead and give me a. Actually, I'm going to say that you don't even need to roll this because I feel like it would be pretty obvious.
It would take a long time, and I have experience with horses.
Yes, no, you're fantastic. You've got the horse hooked up. You're just fine. All of your debutante days up in Ondar worked like just a charm. However, you didn't spend any time around like the wagons and stuff like that for the most part. So you just recognize that the wheel is actually off the axle, not that it is, but you don't know how to repair an axle.
Lausian.
Is that a message?
Lausian, I need you to mend the thing.
Busy.
Okay, we can't move because it's a broken wagon.
That's about all the time you guys are gonna get on a message.
But I would like to, like, once I get I would like to put the things in place so that when he comes up, he can just do his mending.
Okay, so you grab the wheel that is broken there, and we'll just go ahead and rotate this to make it a little easier. You grab the wheel, and you've got the wheel. You're holding it right, like they're next to the.
Would you not back the wagon up? If we're gonna load the wagon from the door.
You can't because it doesn't have a wheel.
Oh, that's right. So you're just moving it for visibility.
So, Lausian, you can go first
And I walk up
before we go into the initiative.
See those guys?
You see the one that just shot him. And it does not appear to you that everybody down there is armed.
Somnus. Sleep.
Sleep. Let's see how many of them sleep. Go ahead and roll me your sleepsies.
Nap time.
29 hit points.
Oof. They all face plant.
Wow.
Go. I say to Chris, go.
Oh, I
Okay, so you
I
guys
stopped,
take
but
the the crates out and you load them into the wagon. There will be a total of 5 crates and a special. As you get to as you make your way over there, Lausian, you can give me, you can give me a street intelligence check. And you can as well because you are a native of.
Well, I'd like to walk over and then close the door.
You just walk back over there and close the door.
Yeah.
As
So roll plus intelligence bonus.
you hear the crackle of torchlight and spreading fire across the basement.
Roll plus intelligence bonus, basically.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
Okay. Okay. So you recognize that this not only is the wheel broken, but where the axle will hold it into place is actually broken, and that piece is missing. The wheel is actually pretty well intact, but the piece that you would need in order for the wheel to go onto the housing and be mended is actually missing.
Okay.
What does that piece look like?
It would look maybe like a spear.
That's what I was getting at.
Okay. However, you'd still need to be able to secure it.
Okay.
So, you've loaded up the cart? Yes, ma'am.
While they're doing that, I would like to take this gentleman who's asleep, because we knocked him out. I would like to sit him up against the building and make him nice. So that when we get away, he doesn't get in trouble.
He's gonna get in trouble, Rose.
I just want to help.
I won't even make you do a stealth check for your kindness. Or not stealth check, but strength check for your kindness. We'll just have you go do that while the men are trying to fix the wheel.
What, like, when you say secure it, like, what would
Give me
that
an
look like?
intelligence check, Grizz.
Okay.
So basically I just go, oh no, there's a missing piece here. Nothing to attach the wheel to.
And you said intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
15.
15. So you get the idea that you could put the spear in there, possibly, and get it all connected, but you would need some rope and you need some stuff that you would need to be able, and some time to be able to fashion this together. But you do feel like it would be reasonable for you to just lift that part of the cart, especially with the horse being attached, and you essentially can act as the wheel.
Can we make sure to put stuff more on the other side with the wheels so there's less weight on his side?
Quick question. Do I smell smoke?
Yes.
So we decided not to make a second trip then.
Oh no.
Something to be concerned with. All of that money that was stolen from the forge is in that restaurant now. We could try and get that.
Let's get out of here.
Should
Come
we
on.
try and get that?
No. Let's
up to you.
go.
I'm gonna, like,
Do you want to take a look inside?
I'm gonna.
The fire's not spreading that quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we could have
It's
a quick check.
burning.
I'm gonna take a peek through the
Remember
doorway.
last time?
It's gonna
Okay.
take a little while for him to put the spear in there.
The
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I'm gonna
the
start
smoking
trying to
toxic
fix
stuff is going to make you sick.
Let's see if that's actually a thing.
Okay, roll me a d4.
Okay.
Rose is not happy with the situation. You still have your mask on. Are you going to put yours on now that everybody else seems to have theirs on? Okay. And
back in a ponytail
back in a ponytail
and a hood up.
and a hood up. And then Felix will go back and look at the. Oh hey, who did that?
Appropriate.
I mean,
So you look back in here. As you take a step forward, you see that everybody over there is passed out.
Great.
To the left, you see that there is some of the, like maybe one of the crates and like a couple of like bags down there have been, have like small flames going over them. You can hear the crackle of that.
Okay.
Nobody else up here seems to have noticed, including the kitchen thus far.
Okay.
You know that the office is inside the kitchen.
Inside the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right. I turn around and look over my shoulder. What is Lorsian doing right now?
I think Lawson is trying to instruct Grizz on how to do this thing.
I
Is
rolled a
that-
2, by the way.
You rolled a 2? Okay, so it'll take you about 2 minutes to get. You have about 2 minutes before he's got that thing hooked up.
Does it look like Lorsian's going to be distracted for the entire time of that?
I have no idea.
if I've got to help him do this, I'm helping him do this.
Uh,
Can I do it alone? Or
roll me an intelligence check to see if you can just give him enough information and then leave him alone. Actually, it really comes down to, do you trust him to do it alone?
I got a natural 20, so I got a 23.
Okay, so then we'll say that you're able to give him like real quick pointers while you're looking over your shoulder, checking in on Felix.
All right.
Okay, so you head back over there. The two of you are now inside. Rose is rolling her eyes.
I'm going to close the door to the basement to kind of try and slow any
Sure.
possible smoke and things like that.
Sure.
And then I'm going to point to the kitchen and start going towards the kitchen.
I'll be sneaky.
Okay, Rose, what are you doing?
I'm waiting, ready to just walk away.
You're ready to walk away. Rose starts to inch to the other side of the alleyway. Everybody, you two make me stealth checks.
All right.
15.
10.
As you make your way inside, what you see is a couple of islands worth of different counters. There's a whole chef station. It appears they're not necessarily in a rush, but they are trying to catch up with what they're doing. And also, like, half of the staff is doing prep work. So they are not necessarily paying attention to the door as they are trying to fill the items. You're able to duck from one little island of cabinets and counter to the next as you scurry back, and then you pop into
If
what?
anybody looks our direction, I'm gonna have a mage hand to like knock something off out of their sight.
Sure, nobody's done it yet,
But yeah,
so I'll
just
let you know if that's gonna. So as you guys are making your way over there, you locate the office door. You can see the big window pane that looks into the kitchen from the office. Sneak underneath the window pane. Glancing inside, you can see that there is a somewhat portly old orc sitting hunched over the desk, marking on a ledger.
Do we intimidate or do we just go in shooting? All right, if things go bad, trying to knock her out, I suppose. Great.
Make me another stealth check. This time it's a disadvantage for talking.
Fair.
You're good.
Oh, okay.
You're absolutely quiet.
12.
You're still okay for the moment. Nobody seems to have noticed you.
Okay. Yeah. Do I have eyes on the woman? Yes.
You like glance up. You can
I
see
have eyes.
the man.
Yes. The orc?
He's a big
Yeah.
like just. But you don't have eyes on him because you've unless you want to stand up.
I'm gonna.
In which case, there's no stealth anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Is he in the office?
Yeah.
He's the only person in the office.
Yes.
It looks like. All right, so I'm stepping into the office. Gonna cast friends on him.
Okay. You open the door. I don't have a thing planned out for that one. So you open the door. You cast friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what you do with that. And do you guys both go in and close the door? Like what's going on?
I'm gonna step in and just close the door, keeping my back towards the guy a little bit.
Okay. So as you walk in, he looks up and clocks the fact that you're both wearing masks. He
That's why I was trying to keep my
stands
back
up
to it, but-
and pulls. Well, at least one of you is
Yeah.
enough. He stands up and pulls a sword, and then you cast friends, and he's like,
You remember me, don't you?
hard to tell.
The mask is probably the factor there.
What are you here for?
Me? Don't you remember? We were at, a while ago.
The mask makes it hard to tell.
Sure. The name's Black Dragon. Hence the mask. I'm here to pick up that for the Syndicate. Oh, is there actually a chest on the table or anything?
No, it's a
like
ledger.
that? It's a ledger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Is there any obvious, like, you know what, yeah, I'm here to pick up your, the items from one of the more recent raids. for
You
the
mean
city.
the extortion money?
Uh-huh.
All right, so you get to roll me your deception check, and it's an advantage because you cast friends. He's not quite hostile. He's also not. I would put him at dubious.
13. I rolled a double A.
I rolled a 16.
Okay. Sure.
No.
All right. Fine. I'm just gonna hit him with an Eldritch Blast then.
Okay, so you just reach up, like you basically draw out of the ground all that purple energy and just slam him with force. Roll me your attack roll.
Thank you.
How big is the room?
It's like a 10 foot.
So that's
that's right.
15 on the AC.
Okay, you hit.
And that is 5 hit points of damage.
Okay, so he starts to stand up, still has his hand on the sword, and you basically push his rib cage through his back as your force just tears him apart. The bulletin board on the back with all of the schedules and everything is now spattered in blood and ichor and gore, and that also draws your attention to a small chest sitting to what would be your right, his left, that is now only half caked in orc.
Great. Is there anything that I can just wrap the chest in real quick, or at least to throw over the top of it so it doesn't look like a blood?
Why don't you just take his shirt, man?
I mean, because it's got a big hole in it. Yeah.
Sounds like a good place to put a good place to put a chest.
Well, you want to put the chest in the
So
chest?
it's like a lockbox.
Because we put the
You
chest in
could
his chest.
and then carry him out.
'Cause I still got the platform.
Let's say that there are some chef's aprons to the right.
Great. One of those gets put over the chest.
I grabbed the ledger.
Okay, so you grab the ledger.
Yep.
You do recognize through the ledger, this is literally just like the ledger for running the actual diner.
Someone has to learn how to do this.
Okay, fair enough. So I understand your intent. And you grab that, turn around, start to walk out the door, and the kitchen is dead silent. There are about 6 cooks that have turned to look at you, and the last one just has a big butcher's cleaver, and you just hear as it slices the shank of a leg off of a large boar.
Mm-hmm. Don't even try to finish that thought in your head. If you do anything, or even so much as move, you will have the same problems as your friend in that room. Stand down. And
Do
just
you
start walking through.
Oh, you start walking through? Okay, so as you just start to turn and walk out, like striding out as your noble stride, what do? All right, so you just sort of follow him out. And they take a pause for a second, see what the walls have been painted with, and then you just hear them drop their utensils. They start to take off their aprons and stuff like that. And as you walk out, a couple seconds later, they all walk out too, just like tossing the aprons behind their back. And then one of them goes, like one of the last ones come out and goes like, "Hey guys, do you smell something burning?"
And I used the mage hand to tap him, the guy who just turned and said that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I had the mage hand tap him and go and point to the downstairs.
Okay, he looks over at it, walks over, presses the door open and goes, "Screek," and just walks out. And so they all just start to go down the alleyway, pretending not to see you guys at all. You get the wagon. You have to walk beside it and hold it.
Oh, I didn't get it on the wheel.
No, the wheel. Even if you did, like it's like
The wheel in the back.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I just made basically a something.
you made it into a gurney for the most
Okay,
part.
I gotcha.
So you can carry that. You guys have 5 crates and a sack marked special. You have a small chest, like a little lockbox. And Rose, did you leave them yet?
No, I'm just standing there.
Okay, so you see all of a sudden, like, basically the 2 of them walk out. He's got the mask up, and he's got a small, he's got like a chef's apron wrapped around wrapped around something, tucked under his arm, and there's like blood splatter on it. It's not drenched in or anything, but you can make out the speckle of blood across it. And then you see like these other guys like tossing the thing over, and you hear the guy go, "Do you hear something burning?" "Oh, screw!" And that's where you guys are at right now.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I lead the horse, actually.
You lead the horse? Okay. So Rose starts to lead the horse. Sig is going to grab the other side and carry it with. And you all start to make your way.
As we go,
Yeah.
I'm going to take a moment and take a guidance and I'll say, Undying Court, please help my compatriot with his athletics and strength to maintain a hold and not drop this card.
Okay. So you ask for help for his athleticism and his constitution, shall we say, in order to keep the cart upright as you are walking, leading the horse, leading the grizz, leading a strike, and you start to make your way out. You check the address on the map, and you start to walk your way towards the dead drop. Yeah, what's up?
Ideally, sticking to kind of alleys or area like
Once we're in public areas, I'm taking my mask off.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you want to? We'll say like you guys get out of this. You guys get about 2-3 blocks from Millie's. You can demask if you want to.
Yes.
What are you doing with the crate or with the lockbox?
I'm gonna. For the time being, I'm gonna put that in the back of our caravan.
Okay.
But
I just point to the disc.
oh, do you still have that floating there? I feel like that might attract some attention unwantedly.
Yeah, I thought that you put all the stuff into the
We
carriage.
did, but
Yeah.
the disc.
You still have the disc?
Yeah, it lasts for an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fine. That might draw attention.
This thing's like the size of a football, so
It's magical. Like
So-
people notice magic.
I saw like when it came out the as we're walking. Boys, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I don't think we're very nice people.
all right.
I haven't really killed anybody tonight.
What?
Really?
We're going to talk about this later.
And you guys make your way towards the drop. What are you guys up to? Is that what we're going?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna drop.
Drop.
Okay, so it takes you guys somewhere in the neighborhood of about 2 hours to get to the dead drop. And when you get there, you see a young halfling. So we're talking about not just a halfling, but like a young halfling. So about 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall, sitting on a crate in the middle of an alley that is a dead end, just waiting. And as he sees you guys come around the corner, he goes, "Oh, good!" He hops down off the crate. Because mind you, it's like probably 8 bells or so at this point. He's like, "Oh, good!" Hops down, hands you a note, and then starts. Okay, I guess he can't see the thing. So he hands you the note, and the note says, "Show the boy the crates. Half the payment now, half the payment at the next drop."
I go to the back of the cart, open it up.
Okay.
show
He
what-
counts 5, and he says, "Did you get any of the other stuff?" He goes up there, opens it. It looks the same as Dreamville. He's like, "Can you prove that it's the stuff?"
It says special on the back. That's what it does. It's special.
My dad said I'm special, but that doesn't prove anything.
You can take some if you want to risk it. Well, it's not in a crate.
He pulls out like a small apparatus,
Ooh, what's that?
and he like,
I lean over him so I can still see it. Go ahead.
and it goes click, click, and a little flame comes up out of it. And he takes one of the vials out of the special, and then he like waves it underneath it, and it starts to bubble blue or bubble green, just the little part that's being heated. And he goes, "Okay." And then he goes, and then I guess he's gonna count it. So let's see how many of the vials are in that bag. Yes, I do have measurements and all that stuff.
We should probably at some point in time get them the other ones that we found as well, since they have an interest in them.
Are you saying this in front of him?
No.
So you got, so in that you had 20 small vials of this, just in that little bag, and inside the bag's also like a bunch of straw and stuff like that. And it looks like, so he scratches down a number on there, and he goes, "Take this to this address for payment, and then take the cart to the other address that's on there, on the other thing."
Okay.
And then he turns around, cinches the bag up, turns around, hops off the wagon, and goes, and just starts walking off.
I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
So, at this point, that note with the other address, the one for the second drop-off, also indicates that it is going to be tomorrow night. Well, the payment can be picked up tonight.
Gotcha.
So you have to maintain custody of the items overnight and then deliver them the next day to the dead drop.
Okay, I guess we'll take it to the OD.
What?
Take it to the Old Dominion. We'll keep it
Oh,
there.
yes.
Another potential.
Do you want to go get the money while we take the card to the...
Well, so I have another thought here. If we're going to be leaving it overnight, we now, holding the chest, shake it a little. We now have some blacksmiths that are very in our debt and can probably fix the cart, making it far easier for us to take it.
That's a very good point.
Also, we could get the brackets.
Yeah!
I thought you went back to get the brackets.
What?
Oh, wait, yeah.
It's fine. They didn't have the right size.
You hear a...
Let's go.
Oh,
The kids
I
still
am tired.
What?
And your arm itches.
Oh, I hear that, or everyone
You
hears
hear
that?
that. You, Felix, sorry. You, Felix, very specifically hear a... I'm tired.
Anyway, food for thought. Discuss among yourselves. I'm gonna go
Let's go.
relieve myself in an alley for a second.
Is there a bolt in my back?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. It's...
Can you get that for me?
You want me to do that now?
Yeah.
You're still holding this thing, like you're carrying the other side
It
of it.
might not be the best.
Yeah.
Take care of it later.
It's kind of in there.
All right.
Can you just cut it like halfway?
Let's not catch on anything.
Okay.
You go to the
I'm
to
gonna
another app.
step away to take a leak.
Okay, you step away to take a leak.
And kind of whisper. It's like, oh, you're back.
Yeah, it was a ordeal.
Mm-hmm. Went well.
As well as they can go, I suppose. I'm so tired.
Well, I have something that might wake you up.
Oh, what do you got?
One of those shards.
What shards? It's not really very descriptive.
Well, how about you come out and then climb into my pocket and you'll see.
Always want me to get in your pocket. You feel the scratching out from under the bracer and like starts. You can feel the heat of him squeezing his way. And he pulls out, and you can now see your genie, DeVry, kind of like lean his way out, and then he's kind of like just hanging on to your coat, and he looks at it, and he's like, and then he lets go of the coat. Like, it looked like he was holding on to it like he needed to, and then he just lets go, and he's like, okay, which pocket? And he's just kind of floating there next to the thing. Oh, okay. And then he grabs back onto the coat and, like, pulls himself inside. And then he's like, oh. So what do you want for it?
What's our usual arrangement?
You know, for something like this, I'll, give you, you know, maybe, like, double the power you have right now.
Seems like a fair trade.
Ah, yes. Uh-huh. Thank you. And he floats up,
Mm-hmm.
shakes your hand. You can feel the warmth. It's like double the heat of what it should be. And you can feel it actually start to like sear your glove a little bit, giving a little bit of a burn thing. And he goes, that made it worth it. And then he just goes and dives into that pocket. You feel like it like yanks you back, making you stumble a little bit there for a second. Then he goes, and then he like comes back out with it. And he goes, so going in there. How was your day, by the way? It was really rude of me not to ask.
It's been fine so far. We'll see how it goes, though.
Okay.
This is going to be a long couple of days.
Yeah. Just nothing out of the ordinary?
No,
Great.
actually, we committed
And
arson
he
again.
just doesn't even finish listening to you. As soon as you say no, he's just like, great. And he just gets smaller as he moves his way into your aberrant dragon mart.
I mean, it really is a normal day for us. We committed arson again.
I know. And so now, mysteriously, a Kyber dragon shard has also been absorbed into your dragon mark as Congratulations, Felix. You hit 2nd level as a warlock. Good handshake deal there. So you guys start making your way to, how are you guys doing this with the 2 addresses and like what you got to do with the card and stuff?
Go get the money.
Go get the money? Yes, I'll go get the money.
I want to be next to the money.
Oh, okay. I figured you get the money and then you can go to your card game.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll
In that case,
we'll take it to the.
Lawson, you should probably take the blacksmith's money.
Okay.
Take it to the blacksmith, get the cart repaired, pick up the briquettes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll guess someone's going to watch it overnight, right?
We'll watch it. Well, you can watch it while I go to work.
All right.
Don't take any of it.
Oh, I didn't plan on it.
I'm sure if Grizz spends some time with the blacksmith while it's getting fixed, that might be more appropriate. I don't know. It's somewhere where we can keep it.
Should probably get going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man. So as you guys are negotiating this, you are talking about Grizz going and doing this thing, and you are looking at his outfit from head to toe, mostly covered in other people's paint. And
Sure. He did get a new coating downstairs.
and it's not as though he's changed since the situation at the blacksmith. So we're gonna call that a GM freebie.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep. I don't think you should
Maybe
go to the blacksmith.
Or change.
Or we just don't go to the blacksmith.
Well, I'm the only one that can be carrying this cart, right? So I guess we got to stop at back home first.
It's early enough, and you guys do have a surplus of money at the moment. You could get Chris some new clothes.
That's
Oh, is this
Yeah,
early enough
and
for things
they
to
might
Yeah, it's only like, I would say at this point it's probably like 9 bells.
Oh, okay.
Well, if
Yeah.
that's the case, I feel like they'd fit better if I didn't have a bolt in my back. Just saying. Yo. Yeah, thanks.
Make me a strength check. Strength athletics.
With the D4 added.
Yeah, with the D4.
15, 16, 17. Plus, what was it?
That's enough.
Okay.
As he yanks it out of your back, you give a little grunt, but you don't drop the wagon.
Damn, we're off.
To a shop, I guess.
And then you can throw a little patch on it. And
Yeah.
that's old hat for you. Yeah, so I guess you go to a shop. How much money do you want to spend on the Grizzly Bear's new clothes?
How much is an outfit?
You're in the lower Duras, so you're not going to find anything amazing, and it's also not going to be that expensive. And if it is that expensive, they're probably getting extorted.
Here's the silver I found.
I'll pick the most mismatched, random, terrible. No fashion sense.
No. So you find the Sharn, well, let's see, we're in the, currently, Millie is in Gate of Gold, or Gate Gold. And you find the Gate Gold Badwill store, Badwill consignment store. And you can go in there, you just grab whatever they...
Look for the ones without the stab holes in them.
Well, I like the stab holes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So with or without stab holes?
We'll go without.
Without?
Yes.
Without will end up costing you 5 copper. They'll give you back 5 copper.
Okay.
And you now
Well,
have...
I have 19, so I'll just spend the 5 copper.
And keep the silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's not looking.
I mean, I don't know that he seems to care right now, but
Okay.
he found the silver, so it's whatever. It's the blacksmith's money.
Yeah.
So you've got a new shirt.
Oh, good. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's-
We're
carry
going
on
to call
the-
this like a brown and yellow checkered plaid shirt.
Like it.
Yeah, I figured you would. Okay, so that's what you have as you guys continue to carry. Now you guys are going to get the money, and you two are going back to the Old Dominion with the cart.
Or the blacksmith, right?
Oh, the blacksmith first?
To fix it, and then the old one.
Okay, so you two go to the rendezvous point for the money. You see a much older halfling, two of them, playing what looks like some form of dragon chest, but slightly different. And they're just playing back and forth, and they look over at you. Conspicuously enough, also in the back of an alley with no other outlet.
I would like to see who's winning.
Roll me a wisdom check.
That's a natural 20.
A natural 20. You don't know how to play the game, but you believe that this person is winning. That the guy on the left, who looks pretty much like the elder of the two, and when you look over at his hand, he just kind of looks up at you and smiles, and you see like a whole row of gold teeth. Don't tell him. What are you talking about? Don't tell me what. And then you walk over, and he's like, "Oh, do you have something?"
Yes. Hand them, the piece of paper. I believe this is for you to examine.
Oh yes, you're the pawn. Perfect. He slides it under there, pulls out a pouch. Ching, 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 ching. Here you go. And that's all you guys need to do in the alley.
We did it.
It would have been perfect time for a mage hand high five.
You guys make it to the blacksmith shop, and you hear this thing, "Honey, did you move the Kyber crystal?" "No, you had it last. You put it in the thing underneath the thing, right?" "Yeah, that's why I was checking to see if you moved it, because it's not there. Did anybody else come? Have we had any other visitors?" "Just 2 brackets sold, but that and a longsword, but they weren't anywhere near that counter. I did the deal outside." "Oh, are you sure you did the deal outside?" That's what you hear when you start walking up.
Hello? Hello?
We'll talk about it later. I think there's somebody here for stuff. Maybe look for it. Why don't you look for it? I am. Can I help you?
Oh, we were here to see if you could help fix this cart we have and maybe pick up some brackets. And we found this chest somewhere a couple of alleys back. Is this yours? It's got a mark on it that looks like it's like a forged thing.
I didn't have a chest, but we did get robbed earlier. Yes?
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Thank you. And he like opens it up.
Is it all there?
It looks pretty much like what I think we lost. It must absolutely be mine. Closes it. I'll be right with you. Turns back, goes inside, comes back. He's like, "So what did you say you needed?"
Oh, hi, I'm Lossian.
"Oh, hi, Lossian."
Oh, we need some help with this cart. It seems like we got a wheel in it, but it's broken here. We need to have a thing put on it so the wheel can go back on it.
You need a housing bracket for the
Whatever it is. I don't really do wagons.
Your voice sounds familiar.
I thought everybody who has a cold sounds like that.
Oh, a cold? Sorry, we had a lot of.
Ooh,
So I had something
you
in
got a
my
lot
throat.
of blood
Sorry.
stains out
There's
here.
a lot of blood stains.
What's going on here?
Well, we were robbed earlier, and some people
Oh, no.
came through and killed the robber people, and I think they robbed us as well.
What they? No.
You got double robbed?
How did you get robbed
think so.
twice?
Well, you're kind of vulnerable after the first one. So,
But if the first guys took it all, what did they take?
well, they apparently didn't get it all. And the people that
Well, you
people
got it
that
back?
robbed us. Well, no, they must not have robbed us because they brought it back and they put it down and then I hid it. But then now it's not where I hid it.
Maybe the people who robbed you got taken out by the people who second robbed you, and I don't know. That
Yeah,
doesn't
all
make
that's
sense.
really cool, but we needed a wheel.
Hi, I'm Lucian.
Okay, I'll do that. Did you say you needed something else?
Some brackets, sign brackets.
Okay,
We're told you have really good ones.
I'm told that as well. So then I should charge you for it. I'm still gonna have to kind of make up some of the. Tell you what, let me give you half price
Oh,
for the bracket,
okay.
and I'll take care of the wagon for free.
Okay, that's very nice of you.
How did your cold go away so quickly?
Oh, I just had something in my throat.
That's not what you told me. You weren't talking to me this whole time over, saying you had a cold.
You know, you two sound a little bit like me and my wife. I'm just gonna get to this. I'll be done with it in about 45 minutes. Is there anything like that I need to be worried about being that's like fragile or anything inside the wagon? Like, is there? Yeah?
Just try not to jostle too much. There's some reagents in there that I don't want to have explode. So
Oh,
just
explode.
careful.
There's a live animal in there too.
A
I
live
wouldn't
animal.
open it.
There's a live animal in there with some
Why are you
explosive
putting live animals in
reagents.
with
Well,
explosives?
it's fine. He's not very friendly.
I don't believe that. But please don't go in there. The boxes could explode.
What if I hear this live animal jostling the boxes?
Call us.
He won't.
Call
He
you?
only gets jostly if you open the door. That's why
Oh.
you shouldn't open the door.
Okay, let me go get one of the sawhorses so we can prop up the wagon.
Are you sure you didn't hit your head instead of getting a cold?
He turns around and walks off. A couple minutes later, he comes back with the sawhorse and like kind of like slides it underneath there. He's still staring at you the whole time.
I am too.
Okay, yeah, I'll probably take me maybe about a half an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
So, did they break anything when they came in here?
They messed up my forge. It's not going to get as hot as it used to, but with my money that you brought me back, it looks like I might be able to afford to get another one.
Oh, good.
Cool. I guess we should wait in a waiting somewhere.
There's no waiting.
Okay. I'll just. Is there a bench somewhere?
Yeah. There's a bench over there, or there's a little bar across the street there. There's a tavern. You can get some food. They have good pterodactyl chips.
That's cool. I'll just go sit on the bench over there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
So,
So,
we'll walk over there.
okay.
We'll walk over there when we're out of earshot.
Really?
Really what?
The cold?
You're the one that had the funny voice.
I'll just cross my legs and sit there and watch.
Live animal?
And as the very peculiar juxtaposition of Lawson's rigid posture and Grizz's, oh man, just you, slumps on a checkered future, slumps on the bench. The moon starts to come into eyeshot over the east, and you two are left staring at the moon together in this cool spring night. And we'll pick back up with our game and a card game next week here on Inkwell Society after we draw the Player's Handbook raffle. I would have done it after the break, but I completely forgot about it because we were really into this. So, Would Ahmad please pull the raffle? And remember, you have to be present to win. It can go anywhere in the world. So if you win, go ahead and get connected with the mod. Get that stuff going back and forth. We want to make sure while that's happening that we go ahead and thank, first off, let me thank you all for being so much fun to play with.
It was fun.
Secondly, thank you to our sponsors, Dungeons and Dragons, Black Magic. Kai's warming up for the card game already.
I started.
Yeah. Black Magic, Sirenscape, Rook and Raven. Go check out a lot of their stuff. We actually just got a message from them today. We're gonna have some little campaign stuff coming through here, so we're gonna get some of those. Check out World Anvil. That's what I do all of my notes for the game on. So I find it incredibly helpful. And campaign coins, go check those out. I think we're gonna start getting some of those so I can actually toss you guys coins.
Yay.
This is gonna hurt.
Just in time.
Yeah. Only if you guys start throwing them across the table. And then I'll have to take them and put you in timeout.
This is how Grizz or I lose an eye.
Yeah. And then, thank you to our partners, Level Up Dice. And I also want to extend a very warm thank you to both Sirens of the Realms, who is like our little sister show, and their DM, and to Hero Forge and Dwarven Forge for the most part, but Hero Forge, who will be supplying us with miniatures of your favorite, I'm not saying zeros, your favorite new maybe heroes.
Newly minted.
Newly minted. Did we get a winner yet? Oh, you texted it to me. And don't forget to go ahead and create some fan art. Like stick figures are cool, man. Don't judge yourself. Like, let the rest of the world judge you if you're going to. Just like, throw it out there. Maybe we vote it. Maybe we like it.
Well, we're gonna have to judge you.
Well, only for the
not
first four,
judging.
and it's not judging.
It's not judging.
Is it selecting?
Selecting.
Okay. We're gonna select.
Favoring. It's favoring.
We'll favor somebody.
And then ultimately they get to vote. So if, you could always run some sort of campaign to get yours voted the best.
I'm really hoping somebody draws Lassian and Grizz on the bench.
Oh,
That would be amazing. Like,
Right?
the
It's like
the moon,
beautiful sky.
like just like moonlight coming down on the two
So
of you.
basically, you're wanting the neon noir version of American Gothic, is what you're saying.
Pretty
much.
Yeah, and the neon lights of like the flickering or like half out or broken or whatever, and the wagon being repaired, and
Terrible
like the
plaid
blacksmith just like, what's going on?
And Grizz has his spear instead of the pitchfork.
Oh, I used it to fix
That
the
was
thing.
in the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, I got you.
So, one of our longtime Arcanites, a Wolf's Den Gaming. Congratulations. Congratulations on winning that PHB. So you or maybe a new player of yours will have their initiation into Dungeons and Dragons, and that'll be awesome. You should once you get it, tell us all about it. Tell us how it worked out, who it went to, etc. If you're going to do any of the fan art stuff to win the Inkwell Society Wormwood Dice Box by one of our wonderful sponsors, Wormwood, make sure you get that turned in by the 28th, because we're going to put them out there on the 29th, and then we're going to announce it on the 30th for our little season finale before we take a couple of weeks break and before we come back. Does anybody have anything else before we get out of here? All right.
Everyone's awesome.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Sig. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Satine. And I'm Rudy, your Dungeon Master for this Neo Noir Dungeons and Dragon. It's you know what? I'm done. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. We hope you enjoyed the experience. We will see you later after we get some rest.